that.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Welcome to Bowie this morning.
We are live at the Blue Dolphin in Bowie. Let's everybody hear it.
I know.
All right. We got a great early man crowd here. I'm going to settle something first and foremost. That was me that texted everybody this morning.
Yes.
If you got lit up, we have a new system where we can text out people. We're not going to abuse it.
No.
But I wanted to test it out on announcing sales meeting, let everybody know that they can come.
Yes.
Watch live in person. Because
so I laughed because he texted and said, I hit the button. And not a minute later,
It
Sarah,
is
is this
scary.
real? I was like, yes, it's real. Like the text just started, bam, 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 bam.
I got to tell you how scary it is to press a button before it sends. It goes, this is going to go to 5,000 people. I was like,
are you sure?
Are you sure? And I hit yes.
Yes,
But,
yes.
So that was me. You know, I wanted to make sure everybody knew it wasn't gift cards. I got a couple people that said, text me a picture and prove it's you. I sent back pictures of me here, a selfie.
That's hilarious.
But no, that was me. We're not going to abuse anything like that. But just if there's something, you know, really big, we want to let you know.
Big
Look,
news
sales
or
meeting,
an
big news,
emergency.
something like that.
It's kind of like an emergency response system if something happens for us, but we can still also use it to announce some of our big, exciting things. Again, we're not going to abuse it. We're not going to text you every day.
No.
But if we really want you guys to know something, we may blast you a text. Although I didn't get mine.
Yeah.
I still haven't gotten mine. So I texted him and I was like, are you trying to tell me something?
She was on the way here. She's like, are you trying to tell me I've been let go? Should I turn back around?
Because I said, don't make me turn my car around right now. And then I texted what I thought was a cricket because he didn't respond, and it wasn't a cricket. It was like a locust, but I didn't have my glasses on. So
and
whatever.
She's texting while driving down the road. So let's
judgment,
put that
people.
aside.
No judgment. Yes.
But we're excited to have you all here.
Welcome, everyone.
We have lots of great announcements. We've got some great. Some of our top producers are going to come and give their tips. We've got Lisa Hapney and Arabella Brockett from the One Group over here. We've got Samar Qureshi coming in hot. He just texted he's coming here. Leader of the One Group, or the One Street.
The One Street.
We should not put One Street and One Group on the same day.
We should have done different days.
I got news for you. We taped that commercial that Sarah and I did, which was super corny, I know. But I definitely botched. It was good.
It was JD's. It was Justin,
but
our
I definitely
audiovisual
botched the One
team
Street,
leader.
One Group thing at least once.
It was fun. He goes, one. Like he couldn't get the words to come out. It was, yeah.
Anyway, so we're excited to have you all here. Without further ado, we got a lot of special guests, so I got to get moving. Donny and Sarah, stop talking. The first thing that I want to do is we like to thank our rock stars that not only bring their transactions to Cardinal Title Group, but get the listing. They're on the listing agent side, able to get the whole deal to close there. So we want to make special recognition to start these people that went over and above. We're able on the listing side to get that whole deal there.
You guys
so
are our
you.
heroes.
So we start with these every week, but we've got Adam Shively, Alex Torres, got
Nice
2 times.
job.
Good job, Alex. Aliza Askri, Amit Kakar, 2 times. Good job, Amit.
Nice job.
Also coached against me in a basketball game. Andrea Hayes.
Who won?
We won't. I don't.
Okay.
We won't.
In other words, Amit won.
No.
Go ahead.
Andrew Miller, Arslan Jamil, Austin Southern, Ben and Dana Ashlock, cousin Billy Samson, Brandy Brown, Brian Chang, Bridget Newman, Candace Astroth, our Fairfax manager, Carla Moore, Carmen Murphy, Casey Quicken,
Uncle Casey.
5 times.
Nice job.
Great job. Catherine Techie Mensah, Cheryl Youngbar, Christina Pearson, Christine Martin, Christopher Gordon, Kristen Napoli, our great Lake Ridge broker manager, Christopher Urick, Cindy Bibrai, Cindy Locke, Connie Chillamy, Dallas Croft, and Daniel Frank.
Darren Robertson 2 times. Congratulations, Darren Luckenball. Deborah Gaynor.
David Luckenball.
What did I say?
Darren.
David. Our Montclair manager. I'm sorry, friend. David Luckenball. Deborah Gaynord. Demetrius DeVega. Denise Giacoba. Dennis Poulsen. Derek Cole. Diana Hirazi. Edward Murphy. Albert Graves. Emily Blakely. Ingalls De Leon. Frank Evans. Fred Mosheni. Glenn Deckert, Godfrey Shikwa, Heidi Swinson, Henry Nam, Jad Sarsour, Jay Yoon, Jason Sanders, Jawhar Purdy, Jeffrey Rodriguez Melendez, Jill Judge 3 times. Nice job,
There you go, Jill.
Johnny G, John Grazica, Jorge Pimentel, Joy Basher Downey, Julie Park, Juliet Sherrill, and Kellyanne Aleyu. Congratulations, you guys. Thank you so much.
Carrie Ralston. Kevin Samson is actually Casey's real name, so I'm guessing
So
that's
6 times.
for Casey. But somebody put Kevin, his real name, maybe somewhere. Kim Schultz.
One of us should have caught that.
Probably.
Probably.
I do have a cousin, Kevin, so maybe it was him. I don't think he's licensed, though. La Maurice Vinay, Lana Schinnerer, Larry and Laura Bean, Lavanya Gorpati, Lielam Fissia, Lillian
Izari.
There you go. Linda Bellotti, Lindsay Walker, Luann Hook, Marina Solano, Michael Dove, Michelle Gibson 2 times, Mona Lawson 2 times, Natalie and Kurt McCarter 2 times, Natanya Thomas, Nick Moretti, Nicole Hatchell, Nina Roche, Noli Manoloto, Patrick Cohen, Peter Saman, Pino Bulipongsanan.
Nice job.
I nailed that one.
Nailed
I feel
that.
like. Poonam Malik, Roxanne Southern 3 times.
Y'all laugh, but you don't know how hard we work on these names.
Sam Hardman, Sarah Taylor, Shelly Snyder, our Locust Grove manager.
Shirley Camiello, Stacy Futterer, Sterling Romlaw, Stephen Benitez, Sanita Rana, Tammy Irby, Tom Earhart, Tom Griffith, Tonga Turner, Tracy Romero, Troy Spinagle, and, 2 times Troy Spinagle. Thank you, Troy. And Zach Greger 2 times. Thank you guys so much.
Thank
That's
you to
just
everybody
listings.
bringing their listings to
Bringing
Cardinal.
their listings.
So Zach and Justin just pulled a fast one on me. Sometimes when the whole camera goes to the list, you know, I do a little dancing up here, and I got caught mid-dance, and they slid over.
I think they did it on purpose.
I think they did it to catch me, so they got me on that one. I'm going to try not to do that on camera. Next thing we'd like to do is we'd like to welcome our new family members. We have 66 new family members that have joined since our last meeting, so we're very thankful to them. Now, you see on this list, we also do, you know, who they were referred by, so thank you if somebody referred them, and also their previous company and their local office. If
Make sure you
somebody,
say hello.
Yes,
Be their buddy. Be their buddy.
Be their buddy. So first list, we got Abdul Kahistani from Inactive to Active. Adeline Medeiros and Herb is going to come up here later. They both came over from Long and Foster to join our Reston office. Ala Assad from Capital Area Development. Alberto Mendez from Oasis Realty. Alfonso Torres from Kenzel Realty. Alicia Hayard is returning agent to us. Amber Lambert is a new agent. Antonio Acoma from Exit Flagship. Antoinette Khatib from Metropolitan Realty. Her and her whole team came over. They had a small brokerage of, I think, 8 to 10 agents, and I think all of them have come over and joined us, so welcome, Antoinette. Carol Webb from Realty One Group Performance.
Ashal Miller is a new agent. Cheryl Summers from Fairfax Realty. Christina Masones is from City Realty. Coetta Miller from White Marsh. I think that's in White Marsh.
It's probably a...
I don't know where she came from, but welcome. David Cosbaz from Prop Locate. I want to put more syllables.
I could help, but I'm just going to let her
just
die
let
in
me
the vine
struggle.
out there.
I'm dying. David Chong from Redfin, Diane Jones from Remax Realty Group, Dinesh Batra from Kell Williams. I'm going to go Keller. Ellie Karash from Real Broker, and Fasika Dressa from Heyman Realty. Is that Ellie that's on Richard's team?
Yes.
Yes.
For
Welcome,
you,
Ellie.
Wang from Realty Connect. Gary Green from Northern Virginia Homes. George Apia is a new agent. Gurjeet Kaur from Realty to You. Hawaii Karoma from Exit Right Realty. There's Herbert of Medeiros.
I'm sure he loves when you call him Herbert. I think he goes by Herb.
Sorry, Herb. My bad. James McDonough from Caldwell Banker. Jumpsia Campbell from Inactive to Active. Jeffrey Vincent from Vincent Real Estate Services. And Jeff Pennington from Keller Williams United.
We have Johnny Ramirez Folger from HomeSmart. Johnson Samuel is a new agent, along with Jose Centeno. I am struggling this morning, people. Coffee. Judith Baca from Weikert. Caitlin Higgins from EXP.
Bartender needs a refill.
Caitlin Higgins from EXP. Christopher Hamlin is a new agent, along with Lauren Wicker. Lenora Clayton from Exit Flagship. Lisa Fry from Keller Williams, along with Lisa Manichua.
Marzanul Chaudhry is a new agent.
Yeah, make fun of me, friend.
Matilda Bradbury from City Realty. Megan Boisfort is a new agent. Michael Malferrari from Classic Realty.
Ooh, nice name.
Natalie Bethel from EXP. A bunch of new agents. Nerly Lauzier, Nicole Baxter, Yoka Adams, and then Rachel Lucas is also a new agent. Octavia Staten from Keller Williams.
Can you imagine having it in your name like Ferrari or Mercedes? Like, I would love that.
That would be
so
nice.
when I come back, or if I move somewhere else and I change my name, I'm going with
Mercedes.
Mercedes
Mormon. We could just change it.
I don't think that sounds really good. I'm not going to tell you what that sounds like, actually, but go ahead. We're going to go Randa Anderson from New Agent, Becky Green from Century 21. We're super excited to have Becky with us. Becky is our new manager out in our Winchester office. She has got tons of experience, has she and I worked together years and years and years ago, and she's just a really great professional with a lot of good experience.
Like 30, 40 years ago?
I'm going to smack him with my empty coffee cup. Yes. But we're super excited to have Becky join us. She started this past Monday, so reach out and say hi to her. Ray Gomez from Real Broker, Richard Solano from Fairfax Realty. We have Roger Easterling as a new agent, Amy Liu from EXP, Stephanie Poplar from Keller Williams, Suzanne Reynolds from REMAX, Tamim Aslami is from Pearson Smith, and Tanya Carr is a new agent. Welcome, you guys.
And last list, Demontre Alston is a new agent, Vasa Olson from United Real Estate, Vincent Baker from Inactive to Active, William Carranza from RG Realty, Winchester Hopkins, that's a nice distinguished name, Winchester Hopkins from Exit Success.
Oh, I was going to laugh if that was Winchester. Like going to Winchester? I'll be like, oh, we might have messed that one up.
Well, Samantha Bowie is the lender that
that works in Bowie. That's right. I love that.
Bralem Tasfayi is a new agent. So welcome
to everyone. Welcome.
New family members. Thank you all for joining our family.
Super excited to have all of you.
Thank you all for continuing to refer your friends to come to Lunch and Learns to talk to us here at Samson. We'll continue to take as good a care of them as we can. Next thing we want to do is we want to roll into our top performers. So as a reminder for our super sales meetings, what we do is we're going to do top performers for Virginia, top performers for Maryland, D.C., top performers for West Virginia, and then at the end, we're going to do top performers for the whole company so that everybody can get recognized in subsets, but also overall.
And remember, this is for the month, but
the whole month of June.
The whole month of June. But if you look on our social media Samson pages, we are always doing weekly top performers as well, because some people just have a total kick-ass week, but they're not necessarily
I don't think
going.
You can say that on TV.
They're going to have a quick, tushy week and really want to be able to celebrate that with you and share it on your social media. So if you are one that you have a great week that you're not normally in our big top producer list, use it, celebrate it, and let your people know, because I know they would love to see it as well. So that's there for you to use in your marketing.
I give those every Friday on the weekend update, and then we put them on social media as well if you see those. So take a look out for those. So first we're going to start with Virginia.
All right, you're up, friends.
Our top performers in volume for the month. Individual performers. Yan Chen, over $7 million.
Nice
job.
job.
Yan. There you go.
Nice job.
I like that.
Oh, and by the way, if you're in the room when we call your name out for something, you need to give us a woot woot.
That if we missed that before, was any new agents in the room or something?
Oh, we have one. We have two.
Welcome.
Welcome.
We forgot to say at the beginning.
We forgot to tell you to woot woot yourself.
If we busted your name, make a sound. We'll make sure that you don't have to woot woot like Sarah. It's weird, but you get the idea. Say something. Bassam Amandi, great month, just under $6.7 million. Jill Judge, $5.3 million.
Look at Cousin.
Cousin Morgan Samson rocking it, $4.2 million.
Nice job, peeps. And
then one of our longest-term realtors here at Samson Properties, Ritu Desai, $4.1 million. So great job for you guys.
Good job, you guys. That's an awesome month. For top performers by transactions, we have Bassam Hamandi with 9 transactions, Jill Judge with 8, Yan Shin and Dilyara Dominova tied for 7, and then Mohammed Wali with 6. Congratulations, guys.
Now we'll do our top teams in Virginia, which we've got some great teams and all over. I looked at some of these numbers last night for all the teams, and you guys were crushing it in June. So this is Virginia for the month. Casey Sampson's team did over $19 million last month, which is amazing.
That's amazing.
I want to point out something more about Casey, and we're going to talk a little bit more about Casey in a second.
Super exciting.
Casey had 15. His team had 15 closings at Cardinal Title Group. So, Casey, thank you so much. Your whole team. I know we've read off Billy and Casey and all the 15 closings in 1 month from your team. So, super thankful for that.
Thank you so much for giving back, Casey. We appreciate it.
Yes, thank you. Shepherd Homes Group, just under $18.4 million. Amazing month, Jason and team.
Watch out, Casey. He's coming for you.
Redstone Group, $6.3 million. Major Key Real Estate, just over $6 million. And Ellis Properties team, good job to one of our newer teams. Just under $5 million for the month. So awesome job to our top teams.
I knew Caitlin when she was just starting.
That's
right. Exciting to see her so successful. All right, so top performers in Virginia by transactions. Shepherd Homes Group, 33.5. Guys, that's more than one a day.
That's a lot of transactions.
That's a lot of transactions. Congratulations, you guys. The Casey Sampson team with 18. Redstone with 12. Major Key with 10, and Perfect Choice Real Estate with 7. Again, nothing to sneeze at. Congratulations, you guys. That's awesome.
Great job to our top teams in Virginia. Now we get to our Maryland, D.C. top performers for the month. Individually, Mr. Rex Thomas, just over $7.2 million. Great job to Rex. Fred Moseni, just under $3.9 million. Awesome month. Tonga Turner, just under $3.7 million. Matthew Dubonnet, just under 3.2. and Rex Regner over $3 million. So great job to our
Nice
top
job.
individual performers from Maryland, D.C.
And our top performer
A lot of
individuals.
names up here.
That's a lot of
Give
names.
Sarah the long one.
Individuals by transactions. Y'all ready? All right, 9, Rex Thomas. Congratulations. Tonga Turner with 7. Shirley Camiello with 5. Fred Moshini with 4.5. And then a very big, large tie with 4. Matthew Dubonnet, James Archie, Brandon Foy, Michael McKindy, Charles Hayward, Lynn Benzwang, Surya Reddy, Carlos Fuentes, Rajdeep Kapoor, and Hezekiah Daniels. Congratulations, you guys. That's awesome.
Thank you all for
Thank you
your
so
great
much.
production.
Congratulations.
Our top teams in Maryland, D.C. So the top two, you're going to hear from both of them
Talk
today.
them to him today, yes.
I didn't even plan that. The One Street Company, there's my man Samar, got here. $17.2 million last month. Great job,
Nice
One
job.
Street Company. And then the lovely ladies to my left, Lisa and Arabella, just under $5 million last month. Great job. to the One Group.
Congratulations.
The Westerland Group, $3.5 million last month. Team Harper, where's Carl at?
Carl's
Who's
here. He's in the
Where's he
back.
hiding?
He's in the back.
He's always hiding in the back. There's my man Carl. Carl, great job. Team Harper, $2.7 million. And the Easy Way, just under $2.3 million.
We don't know where
for the
that came
month.
from. We just do it.
It
Yeah.
makes me feel the easy way. So great job to our top teams.
Be
in
glad
volume
he's not
last
doing
month.
Team Flow D. Oh.
Oh, there you go. You get it.
All right, transactions in Maryland and D.C. The One Street Company with 26 transactions. Congratulations. The One Group with 10 transactions. You guys, that's great. Team Harper with 5.5. We have the Westerland Group with 4, the Easy Way with 4, and
Team Flow D.
Team Flow D with 4 as well. Congratulations, you guys. He gets a little sassy.
I get sassy.
You get sassy with Flow.
And
Yeah.
West Virginia, my man Adam Shively, who spoke at our last Super
Yes.
Sales meeting, top performer for the month in West Virginia. Great job, buddy. $2.1 million. The A team, led by Meredith Smith, just under $1.6 million. Tara Lowe, just under $1.5 million. Christina Pearson, just over $1 million. And Amy Minenberg, just under $1 million. Great job to our top West Virginia performers.
Congratulations. And by transactions in West Virginia, we have Adam Shively with 6, the A team with 5, tied with 4, Tara Lowe, Amy Minenberg, and Christina Pearson, and with 3, Holly Wilson. Congratulations, you guys, on a great month.
Congratulations to our top West Virginia performers.
Yes.
And now for the whole company, we put them together.
Company-wide.
Over them all.
And you can tell, all the states are
Oh,
represented.
all the states on the side there. That's cute.
Isn't that cute?
Yeah. At least we got the state design right.
We did this time.
One time we put up an ad for a state that the wrong picture of the state.
It was the wrong
behind
state.
It.
It was actually funny
It was funny.
after I got over it. It wasn't funny at first.
It wasn't funny at
It
first.
wasn't funny at first. It's funny 2 years later, but it wasn't funny at first.
The top performers for the whole company in transactions last month individually: Rex Thomas and Bassam Hamandi, both with 9. Jill Judge with 8. Yan Chen, Tonga Turner, and Dilyara Dominova with 7 each. Great job to our top
Nice job.
performers.
Top performers, individuals by volume. Rex Thomas, just over $7 million. Yan Chen, a little bit less than that, over $7 million. Bassam Hamandi, 6.68. Jill Judge, just under 5.4. And Morgan Samson, just under 4.3. Congratulations, you guys. Awesome, awesome job.
And our last ones for the awards here for all our teams put together. Top transactions: Shepherd Homes Group at 33.5. The One Street Company, 26. Uncle Casey Samson team at 18. Redstone Group, 12. Major Key Real Estate and the One Group with 10 each. So great job
Nice
to our
job,
top
you guys.
teams.
And by
And
volume on our
volume.
teams, we have Casey Samson team with over 19 million. The Shepherd Homes Group with just over 18 million. The One Street Company with just over 17 million. The Redstone Group at 6.3 million, and Major Key Real Estate at just over 6 million. Congratulations,
job
you
to all of our
guys.
top teams.
Nice work.
So thank you for hanging in there, all of our top performers. We want to
Yes.
make sure we recognize all the people working hard out there, and everybody's working hard, but those top performers by state. So congratulations to all of you all for all of your hard work, and I'm catching up on my slides here.
Yes.
Announcements.
We've
and
got some save the
Some
dates.
company stuff and save the dates. First one, our next sales meeting, our next super sales meeting a month from now. That third Wednesday, we're going to be in our Alexandria office. We got a great setup there. So if you're out here watching now, circle on your calendar now. You can come in person in Alexandria. We're going to give out gifts and have a lot more top performers with nice talking.
Use your words.
Use my words.
We're going to
a
have
good time.
speakers.
There
We're
you
going to
go.
have giveaways. We're going to have raffles. We're going to have all kinds of fun stuff. It is Wednesday, August 16th at 10 a.m. in our Alexandria
In our
office.
Alexandria office
There
right
on the
there.
main floor in that conference center.
There you go.
No, I'm
So,
doing it. Conference
easy for
center.
me to say.
Yes.
The other announcement I wanted to make right away
Oh, this is awesome, you guys.
Guys, tomorrow morning, if you are near the Chantilly office watching this, or you can get there, go. All right? Look, I said I had 15. You saw his name all over the place. my uncle's taken negotiation classes. He's got a great history and all sorts of stuff. He's going to talk about contract negotiations. Some of you guys that nobody's going to have the force of will that Casey will, because he's a big personality. But you can learn stuff from our top producers that are just willing to pour out. I mean, we've got Samar and Lisa and Arabella here today. Last meeting, Jason and Adam hopped up. Casey's teaching classes. Guys, our top performers are like, look, here's some help. I want to help you guys. He's teaching a negotiation class tomorrow from 10:30 to 11:30. And I think, look, I don't want there to be a seat in the place. I want people to be outside of my office.
We want the overflow, yes.
Watching in overflow areas, because if you're going to, and he's just doing this live. This isn't live on the Nest. So if you can get there in person, now we'll tape it. We'll package it up later for you. I understand that maybe you don't want to drive an hour and a half to get Chantilly, but if you can be there in person, get there. If not, we're going to video it up. We'll package it later, put it on Samson University. But this is great stuff, and I want to make sure everybody's aware that you should get out there and fill that room. Because
it's going to be negotiation is one thing that every agent has to be really, really good at. Yeah, prospecting, and pricing properties, all that's important. But you've got to learn to negotiate. That's the strongest part that you could do to represent your clients and get them the best contract, money, terms, whatever. And you may not have Casey's big personality, but you're going to take the lessons that he's learned and the processes and procedures he goes through and apply it to your business to make you more successful. And if you take away one or two nuggets and it grows your business so much better, absolutely worth the investment of time that you would be putting into that. I cannot speak enough for listening to Casey talk and pour into agents in such a way that he makes it easy for them to understand what they have to do and the processes that they have to go through. And frankly, he's going to cut through all the BS and not sugarcoat anything, right? He's going to make sure that you know exactly what you need to do to be successful.
Absolutely. So thank you, Casey, and hopefully everybody can
It'll be a great class.
Get out there in person or watch it later when you get the opportunity to.
Yes.
Next thing we're doing is, this is new to everybody in the room, except maybe Sarah and I.
We are so excited.
We are excited. Now, I've got all sorts of caveats.
I'm a little concerned. I'm a little scared.
Yes. Yeah. But we're launching a new company, a new program here at Samson Properties that's going to be able to serve, hopefully, all of our agents a little bit in a new way. We are announcing today Samson Now. Samson Now is going to be an in-house commission advance company. So you would be surprised, guys, not surprised, but there are a lot of, some people don't even know commission advance companies exist.
There's a business,
so great.
There's a business strategy.
Yes. There are a lot of businesses and a lot of companies out there that do this right now. The problem is they're charging a lot of interest. They make it hard for you to do it, and they make you jump through a bunch of hoops.
So for those of you that don't know what a commission advance company is, it is when you sell a deal and you get it all firmed up and that commission's yours, but you don't necessarily want to wait the 30, 60, 40, 90 days to settlement, whatever that looks like, and you want to take your money, you want to get it now, and the commission advance companies will allow you to go in and basically they'll buy your commission from you for a fee and for an interest rate. And it typically can get very expensive, sometimes in the 20 to 30% range, depending on how long that commission is out, how long they take to connect it. So part of the business strategy some people use is using these commission advances to fund other business activities, whether it be I need to pay my mortgage or I need to pay for leads for my team or what that looks like. We're just trying to find a way to do it more cost effective for you guys so you're not getting raked over by all these companies.
So we are starting Samson now. Now, first thing, we're probably a week or two out between being able to fund deals and be able to provide this for you. But we want to give you the heads up now.
Yes.
We will make a formal announcement. I'll send out a how-to video, all the things when we are ready to go live, but probably a week or two. Okay, so don't start asking now. We're going to get there probably a week or two, but I wanted to get the announcement out now. The idea is that we can get you money faster, cheaper, and easier than you can currently if you're doing something like this. We have your bank information. We have your ACH. When you request something, we can ACH it. You can have it. You send in a contract and you request this. We can wire it to you within the hour for a small fee, or we can ACH it. It'll be in your account the next morning for you to use.
We like to use the nice disclosure that ACH can take up to 2 business days.
Okay. Yeah, sure. But normally they're next day. All right. I know. They always couch me with that. Cheaper.
I'm the disclosure queen.
Most are charging 10 to 15%. I've looked at a lot of the agents. We were processing 50 to 75 to 100 a month of some of these. Some agents are paying over 20% for some of this money, which is crazy to me. So Samson now, the interest rate started at 8%, which is cheaper than what you're doing now. Easier. A lot of times you have to submit all the paperwork. You got to get separate broker signatures. There's like 5 steps to go through.
You give the DNA strand of your 4th child.
Yes.
When you go to apply for one of these commission
So now it's going to be right in SkySlope. You have to turn in your paperwork anyway. There's going to be a separate form in there. You just click the button, fill out a couple things, sign it. we know that we started that process, and all of a sudden, we're going to be able to get you your money right away. So easier, cheaper, faster is the idea. We're going to have 2 tiers of Samson Now realtors. So gold, if you're a Samson Gold agent, if you did less than 12 transactions in the last 12 months, you're gold, which is everybody no big deal. We're still going to be easier to approve than other real estate advance companies. But as soon as you get through home inspection contingency, then you can request your money and get it. Because we know a majority of deals that are going to fall apart, they're going to fall apart through that home inspection period. So as soon as you get through that, now if you never had one, then you're eligible now, right? But as soon as home inspection contingency is removed, you can submit it, get paid. Platinum, which means you did 12 or more transactions in the last year. Platinum agents are going to have 2 really cool advantages. One, as soon as you get a ratified contract, you can submit it and get paid right now. So you ratify that buyer, you submit the paperwork the next morning, you can have that money in your account right now. For the other really cool thing we're going to have is for listings.
And no company does this.
No company's done this, and no company approves that ratification.
And I think we might be a little crazy, but we're
probably a little crazy.
Yeah, we're probably a little crazy.
Listing agreement. So if Sarah's out there and she's a platinum agent, if she ratifies a listing agreement with the seller tonight, she can submit it tomorrow because we know that listing. We've got an experienced agent that does more than 12 deals a year, and hopefully she's going to close that in 30, 60, 90 days. But a lot of times people can use that to, okay, now I can get my commission or a good chunk of my commission now. I can use
I can do it for marketing.
I can do the marketing. I can do all the stuff I want to do to help sell this property quicker for more money. Maybe I was a little short on expended cash that I wanted to put into this, but now if I can get a big chunk of my commission now, I can pour it into marketing, and I can get this property sold quicker for more money, serve my seller better. So that's the general overview of Samson Now.
So remember, the process itself, we are going to tape a video on how to use Samson Now. We're going to tape a video on the steps that you have to go through. It's really just as simple as picking a form out of the checklist and attaching it in SkySlope, and it will send to our Samson Now commission team, and they will process those. They will look at them. They will probably ask you some questions, such as how many deals did you do and how long is it going to be to settlement. Now, remember, if the deal has to close, right? So some of you are like, well, what happens if the deal doesn't close? If you've never had experience with some of these programs, then you still owe the money back because you didn't technically earn it. So it would then attach to your next deal, or when that deal did close, then the commission would be swiped out to cover that deal because it is a separate company that is buying the commission from you as the agent and processing it
Samson
through.
Now is a separate company that's buying that commission.
It is not Samson
Properties.
Properties.
Employee. It's not Samson Properties.
We are not commingling funds. We're not doing any of that. It's a completely separate line that is attached to a different company with its own business insurance and bank accounts and all of those things.
Questions, and I don't want to dig down a rabbit hole too deep because we have lots of great speakers, but any general questions on this? I know I overviewed it quickly.
Can we get a mic over there?
My man Zach will be there 1 second.
Thank you very much. Is a title company signature needed for that?
No.
Thank you.
Question
Any other questions?
Title company signature needed for that. Any other questions on Samson Now?
What do you guys think about it?
Oh, that's a loaded question.
Loaded question. I'm getting a lot of head nods. Yeah. So who is it? And I'm not going to say who uses them, but who has heard of commission advance companies before? Some areas are really strong in doing commission advance companies where literally every deal comes over. Some people have been like, I do not even know that existed.
Yeah,
so there's
some people are surprised to hear that it existed, but it's funny because we were processing 50, 60, 70 a month at different times. So we just looked at it and said, look, this is a very inefficient process. We see our agents spending so much money to these other outside companies. So we wanted to provide a solution.
Well, and frankly, the paperwork that comes through us that we have to process from our accounting department, for the agents have to process, it's just much more convoluted because these outside companies require so much.
They don't know
when you're closing. They don't know what you're doing.
Take all these extra precautions to make sure that Sarah's good for the money.
Right.
Whereas
we
know
what your production is.
We can make it quicker and smoother and better. Denise.
So the only way I really know about them is that now, when you get something under contract and it's in bright as under contract or pending, instead of just getting the emails from the home inspectors, now I'm getting them from commission advance companies.
Oh, really?
Oh, are you really?
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I just hit delete.
They're marketing heavy on it. There you go.
Big time.
Well, I think everybody's marketing right now and using Bright. Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes. But obviously, if you have more questions and you get a chance to digest it, and we'll get a better email out.
Yeah. So expect an email in a couple of weeks. We'll send an email out about how-tos and what you need to do, and that we're officially launched and ready. But we're not going to see you guys before we launch again, or before. I'd see you in a sales meeting before we launch. So we wanted to at least give you a heads up that it was out there and then it's coming down the pipe. So we're excited. We've been working heavily on that. We're excited for our team to do that.
Yes, ma'am. So this Saturday.
Yay, meal packing. All right, all my Samson Cares agents, we are packing again 25,000 meals. We're going to be at Chantilly Bible Church in Chantilly. Chantilly Bible Church in Chantilly, got it?
Yep.
On Saturday. We also need some help on Friday night setting up. So 4 to 6 set up on Friday night, and then on Saturday, our main events, it starts at 10 o'clock, so be there a few minutes before 10. We're going to pack for a couple of hours. We were done in about 2 hours and 15 minutes when we did our one in Bowie, and then we stay around to help clean up, so that just takes a few minutes with a lot of hands, and we will pack 25,000 meals that will be distributed with Meals of Hope and in the local Fairfax County and Loudoun County and Prince William County areas where we just did 25,000 meals in our Montgomery County, our DC markets, all up in Prince George's and in that area a month ago. So we've got that started. Scan the QR code. You can click in. I put a post in the Samson Properties agent page on Facebook. You can link in that to sign up, but we're super excited. We hope you come out. And then we also have the backpack program. So we have a Title I school in DC where 75% of their children are on free and reduced lunch programs, which means if their parents can't afford to buy them lunch, they absolutely are struggling to buy them backpack supplies and school supplies for school. We want those kids to be able to go to school with all the things their friends have and all the things that make them successful. So we have an Amazon wish list directly from them. And if you will scan that QR code or click the link, a message, I think, went out about that from the marketing department too. I think Chris sent that yesterday. Click on it. You literally can pick a few things, hit go, pay for it online, and it gets shipped directly to them. You don't have to pick it up. You don't have to deliver it anywhere. All you need to do is pick out some things that will go directly to our coordinators that will help us pack all of these backpacks for those kids so that they can be successful this year in school. So thank you for doing that. These elementary kids, guys, that's our next generation, right? They're the ones that need a little bit of help right now. So let's jump right in to help them. Thank you so much.
A couple of reminders, then we're going to jump into our guests here that we've launched. We are not fully launched time. Probably will be by the end of the week, hopefully.
A week.
We've got our final trainings going on now. We have our website created. We should send out. Everybody's had some couple training early sessions. We're going to launch it in full within a week.
Yes.
So you'll be able to have that whole Chime tech stack here shortly. So just look out for more information on that.
If you are saying, what the heck's Chime, and I didn't know we launched it, because I know some of you are, you can go to the Cardinal Nest. I hit a bone. All right, you can go to the Cardinal Nest. You can click on resources and partners, and you can find the tech stack, and Chime's on there, and there's a video you can watch, and there's a form you can fill out. If you want to switch from KV Core to Chime, or you just want to check it out and see what it's all about, remember, you can't have two websites unless you have two URLs, but they're very different platforms. So some people may like Chime better than what they like KV Core. You can watch that video, watch that initial training. We are now taking names and setting up websites for those individuals, and we will be launching those shortly.
We have a new home warranty partner. We've sent out
they are here
emails about
today.
this. If you're in the crowd today, you better meet some of our great Cinch representatives and talk more about them. They're great. We've got a whole page on the Cardinal Nest about Cinch, a new partner of ours, so I encourage you to reach out to Cinch for home warranty needs. We've been bringing that up in the weekend update every week as well. So look for more information coming from Cinch. Yes,
the ABA did change to include Cinch as our partner, and that has been pushed out via SkySlope, so you may see some just changes there.
A reminder that we launched a product about a month or two ago that I love, and I'm not sure if you guys don't have to love it like me, but Core Present. It's through KV Core. You don't need to be knee-deep in KV Core. If you looked at the whole pie of KV Core and it was too much, you could do Core Present just in isolation, which means it's a CMA product where you can create stunning CMA presentations.
Stunning.
If you are struggling with your business, dedicate a half hour every day to creating 5 CMAs for past clients or people you know. It's not that hard. Take the class, bam, bam, bam. They get a beautiful CMA presentation from you in Core Present. It's top notch. It's won awards in its class. So I would encourage you to dive in there. If you need something else to connect with your clients, this is a great way to do it.
Guys,
everybody cares about
what their health is worth.
Everybody. So if you want to be the person that's reminding them what's going on in their neighborhood, we have a great CMA product for you that's best in class. I've wanted this for a while. We finally were able to get this into a new negotiation with KV Core in June. So we're excited to be able to offer this to all of our realtors for free. And you don't have to have a full KV Core product going. You can set it up and just do it outside of that if you want to.
I would tell you right now, if you do not have the business you want to have, open up your sphere of influence, go under your database, Literally run CMAs for every client in your database that owns a home. Send those out with the message, if I were to list your house today, I would list it between here and here. Let them start thinking about the fact you're planting seeds, right? You're planting seeds, you're giving them a great presentation, they're seeing your marketing, and you're planting seeds. You do not know. I talked to a lady yesterday, and she said, I'm thinking about moving. I thought she would never leave this area. She loves the area. She's totally just integrated into the area. But she's like, yep, 3 months, we're moving to South Carolina. All right, well, I didn't see that coming, right? We don't know everything. So hit the CMA presents, do the CMA, send them out. They're better if you do them in person. Call your client and ask them to take them to coffee. Just don't do like 12 coffees in a row. You'll have a little bit of a caffeine buzz. Start to switch to water.
You'll be walking around
You'll be
like
like me,
Sarah all
whoop,
day.
all the time. But do the CMAs, talk to your clients. You be the expert for them. You be the one that's the professional expert.
Another reminder on this before we move on, we do have a health insurance provider now that will look at you all as independent contractors, all of our realtors. You can reach out to that phone number, that website up there. It is on our Cardinal Nest. It's worth getting a price if you're doing independent life insurance coverage or health insurance coverage. Because we're able to get grouped together because we're large now, we can get a little bit better deals for all of our agents. So look into that. One last reminder before I bring up guests. We're always doing these great lunch and learns so that you can bring your fellow colleagues to help them learn about Samson. They can always go to joinsamson.com. Joinsamson.com is the go-to. We've got full videos up there, everything about Samson. But we've got a couple lunch and learn opportunities coming up today.
We're here.
We're here, the Blue Dolphin. You're already
You don't have
here
to go
if you're
far.
here.
If
But
you have a friend, invite them.
12:30 to 2:30 today. We're going to feed them lunch and talk to them all about Samson. Next week we'll be in Tyson's at Ruth Chris Steakhouse. And then August and the 2nd we'll be at Old Hickory Golf Club near our Lake Ridge office. And August 16th we'll be in Metro Park Building, which is actually in our Alexandria office after the Super Sales meeting. It's that big conference room right in our same building there in Alexandria. So 4 upcoming in the next month. The latest ones are always available on joinsamson.com if you want to know where we're going to be.
And remember, that's the easiest way to make the introduction to earn the recruiting rewards. For our new recruiting rewards that is on the Nest left-hand page, bring them to a sales meeting. What are you laughing at?
Nothing. Lisa saw me go. I put the slide, I put up Lisa and Arabella's name, and I saw Lisa's face.
Her face turned like bright red or bright white.
I actually heard what she said. She may have thrown out an expletive.
Oh, that's hilarious. But bring your friends to a lunch and learn. It's the easiest way, or hit Join Samson. It's the easiest way to qualify for those lunch and learn, or the recruiting, oh my gosh, my words, recruiting rewards.
So with
Come
that,
up, ladies.
With that, we're going to bring up the lovely Lisa Hapney and Arabella Brockett, who are very excited to be able to come share
Come up. We're
some
gonna
great
sit right
tips that what they have. So welcome to
Sorry, I
Lisa
hit
and
you.
Arabella. Lisa and Arabella lead the One Group, which is one of our fantastic teams. You guys are mostly based out of the Towson area, correct?
Yeah, northern Baltimore County.
Northern Baltimore County. And you guys joined us, a few months ago now?
Since March, yeah.
March. So they've been crushing out there. You guys saw them on the top producers list. So welcome, Lisa and Arabella. And they're going to share a couple tips and what they see going on in the market out there right now.
Thanks. Thanks everybody for having us. I will tell you that the key in success, because I think he asked us to talk about our successes, is to pick the right partner. And I did that because I am really not a detailed person. Had I been a detailed person, I would have probably found more information about this event. There's not enough alcohol behind that bar that would have had me agree to do this.
Poor Lisa and Arabella walked in, they're like, what are all these lights? And
I did not know that it was going to be this. But anyway, but in all seriousness, we were really humbled when Donny asked us to come. And I can tell you that one of the reasons that we moved here was that, I'm sure everybody has heard, if you think you're the smartest person in the room, get out of the room. And not that we thought we were the smartest, but we seemed to find ourselves in rooms where we were the top producer, and then we saw what the numbers were here and what people were doing here, and we were like, we want to get into that room. And maybe we're going to learn some things that we don't know. And we already have, and so we have been delighted to be here. It's been really a great experience so far, so thank you.
I love that. I mean, and how many, guys, top producers.
Somebody started talking from behind the TV.
I did. I came from behind the TV.
Yeah.
Top producers, and they want to learn.
Yeah.
That tells you we never know everything. And the more we continue with that growth mindset, and the more you're willing to learn, the better off you will always be. I love that.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, that's the truth. So Let me just tell you a little bit about us, and then we only have 3 slides because Donnie told us 5 minutes, and we're hoping it's going to be under that. But anyway, I'll tell you a little bit about us. We've been both in business about 20 years, but we've only been partners for 10, not only, but we've been partners
It's a
for 10.
long time. Congratulations on a 10-year partnership.
Both on
In real estate, that's like a lifetime.
It is a lifetime. We've been to a few brokerages. We've kind of hopped around a little bit, hoping this is going to be the last jump.
This is your forever home.
This is our forever home, right. And what I said earlier, I really meant. I kind of am the big picture person. I kind of have all the big ideas, and she reins me in. So she is also the kind of the brains and the numbers behind the situation, and I'm more like thinking of marketing and things in that manner. But I can't not talk about the support that I have with my team. I have 2 girls on my team. One of them is here. Her name's Ashley Osinmi. And Lindsay Buck, who is not here because she's covering at a home inspection for me right now. They
Thanks,
really
Lindsay.
are the brains behind our team. And if I can say anything, because I know a lot of you are individuals, when I hit the $10 million mark, everybody said this is the time to get an assistant, and I was petrified to do it because I didn't think I would be able to consistently pay her. And Lindsay was the first one that I got, and she's not here. And I will tell you that doubled my business in the first year by having help and support, especially if you find somebody that is really strong. She is really detail-oriented, and she honestly holds me up in my business. So if you are at a point where you think that you are just covered up with the minutia and of the business, the best thing I would recommend is finding support. And you know, when we started, how I started it with Lindsay was I couldn't pay her a full salary every time, so I was like, I'm going to give you a small salary, and then I'm going to give you a percentage or a flat fee on every deal, and until we got to a point where we were more comfortable with how I was going to pay her. But there's a whole bunch of different ways that you can do it.
Sure.
If you're not ready to put somebody on a W-2, that you can get support, which I know that Samson has.
And we
something
even
like
have that with our concierge services, you know, where it's basically, you know, assistant per transaction on hire. We've got our listing marketing packages that are $150, so $150 per. Well, they'll do your brochures and your bright listing and all your things to help it launch. Then we've got transaction coordination where somebody can help be that assistant, be that helper from contract to closing for just $150, and you can pay for it out of your closing check. So, look, we don't make any money on that service. We do it because of what you all are saying. We know it will help people double and triple their business because you need that. You can spend all day doing a brochure and a bright listing, but you missed out on all the things that we would do to help prospect and make it rain, so to speak. Whereas, like, you know, Sarah talked about do CMAs for your past clients. You can't do all that stuff if you're caught in the minutia of every little contract paperwork or every little detail. But you can't go have coffee with 3 past clients and create relationships and build that if you're doing all the paperwork all day. So that's why we created that, so it can be a bridge to when you can get to the point that, okay, now I can get somebody that's part-time or full-time and helping to grow my business like you all did with Lindsay.
Yeah, so paperwork is not my thing, and apparently either is reading emails. But anyways, when I started, I actually used somebody like Donnie was saying at another brokerage where I was, and it was tremendous. I would actually try his platform first, and then if you get to a point where you're ready to bring somebody on, but it is life-changing, or at least it's life-changing for somebody like me. I don't know if maybe you all are really good with the details and the paperwork, and if you are, then I admire you. But that was just never my strong suit. But anyways, so back to that. So Arabella is like the creative mind and the brain, and like a wicked brain. So she does all of our remarks. She does all of our writing. She does all of our numbers. So I don't even really know why I'm here. But anyways, but she also wrote the 3 slides that we're going to talk about. So I figured she would be the person to.
Do we start you on this one or the last one?
Yeah,
this one
person
works. This
to-
is
This one works? Okay.
So I think when it comes to success, what we always try and look at is our profitability. So you can sell $100 million in real estate, but if you're only taking home $50,000, are you really a success? And I think the answer to that is no. And as this market is changing, I really think we have to look at our numbers, dive deep, and say, what is it that we can afford, and what is giving us on investment? So if you're buying a ton of leads, are you converting those leads? And if not, is that the best way to spend your money? And at the one group, we've learned through Samson, through your company, how to leverage your brokerage, which I think is the next slide. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't have a clicker.
Yes. I just got it.
But if you take advantage of all of the opportunities that Samson has, you really can increase your profitability. So we've really started using your print center, which we thought has just been a huge success for us. We're using the just listed, we're using the just solds, and we're using the open houses. So if you've got just one listing, you should hold it open all day Saturday, all day Sunday, if your clients will let you, and leverage that listing to bring in more business, whether that's buyers or other listings or both. Market it, act as if you've got 100 of those listings, even if you only have one.
Absolutely.
We've also been leveraging the CRM, KV Core, which we had used Follow Up Boss prior. KV Core I've been really impressed with. I think it's a terrific CRM, and it keeps us in contact with our clients. If you're not utilizing that, I highly, highly recommend that you do it. It's provided for you. You should do it.
And I'll throw in the quick caveat, not to interrupt, but if you weren't in love with KV Core's interface for whatever reason, now we also offer Chime, which can launch next week. So look, the goal is here, use something to organize yourself, organize your responsiveness. We don't all remember all the things. Look, when we just finally adapted a recruiting CRM because, we were missing stuff. I might talk to somebody and have a great conversation, but then I might forget to follow up in a week or 2 weeks or a couple days. So you got to build in these systems that are going to help you be as successful as you can be.
And the best CRM is the one you're going to use, right? So the expense of a CRM has nothing to do with its success. As long as you use it, you will get growth from it. That's really sort of the most important thing.
Absolutely.
If somebody had sat me down 15 years ago and said, Bella, you need to build a database, I would be light years ahead of where I am. I had no idea. I just sold houses and kind of hoped they'd call me back or refer me, and I really didn't stay in contact. It's embarrassing to admit, but really I had no idea what I was doing in terms of building a business. So if you can sell a house, that's a great skill, but you really need to know how to run a business to be a successful real estate agent, I think, in today's market.
Absolutely.
And then lastly, there it
my
goes.
fault.
Nope, sorry.
Go ahead.
We maintain the profit and loss. So if you're not utilizing just basic accounting tools, I encourage you to look at your bottom line and look at your profit and loss and really sort of study it and figure out what is a good way to, get as much money as you can from what you're bringing in.
Absolutely. I mean, and you talk about leads and stuff you're putting money into. Look, investing back in your business is necessary, but see what that ROI, what is your return on that investment? Like, look, if you're going to put out a bunch of these ads, are you converting any? Maybe like, okay, I did it once, it didn't work. Don't give up on once, but you have to constantly, when you have a P&L, you're constantly evaluating each month. Okay, we spent this much here, this much here, this much here. What did we make? Where do we make it on? And evaluating those things all the time, or else you can get 6 months down the line and realize, I spent how much on this? And I didn't really get much fruit back for what I was doing.
And I do think that the CRM idea that we heard earlier from Sarah was brilliant, and that costs nothing. That's just time. A cup of coffee with a past client, I think, can get you a lot more in return than a Zillow lead. It's great to do business with people who know, like, and trust you, and it's easier to do business with them, I think.
Absolutely.
So I encourage that, and I don't know, is there anything else I missed?
Anything else
Sorry.
you guys want to add? I'll do a quick thing.
Okay.
How do you guys feel the market's going right now? And if anybody else has questions, now's the time. Raise your hand. Zach's going to get you a mic if you have anything for Lisa and Arabella.
Okay.
But how do you guys? What's your 30-second spiel on how you feel the market is right now out there?
We're totally enjoying it.
It's a great
awesome
market.
right now. No, I mean, honestly, we think it's a little wonky. I mean, it's weird. I don't even know how else to explain it, but weird. I feel like one week we're like, okay, things seem to be back to normal, and then the next week I'm hoping that my phone isn't broken because it's not ringing. But I feel like I've been around for a long time, so I've kind of gone through this a little bit back in 2007 and 2008, 2009.
Nothing will be as bad as that.
Nothing
That's
is as
for
bad as
sure.
that.
Can we knock on wood?
And if you were not in business then, just
Just be thankful.
Thank
that you
the
weren't.
Lord, yes.
Yeah.
You'd go show 10 houses that day, and 9 of them were short sale or foreclosure. You got excited when you walked into like, oh, it's a real seller.
It's a
Like,
real
That's what I called it. This is a real
This is a real house.
Yeah. But I actually don't think, I think we're gonna be okay. I mean, I
Okay.
think inventory is still super low. I think buyers are finally adjusting to the interest rate. I think for a little while, it was a shocker for everybody, so
Sure.
everyone kind of stayed put. But I think buyers are starting to realize if I wanna buy a house, I'm gonna have to pay the interest rate.
Absolutely.
So I think that eventually, I mean, I think we're gonna be in this for a little while longer, but this is when you gotta go back to grassroots.
Yeah.
And,
Absolutely.
I think you do really have to really pay attention. If you're buying leads and it's working for you, then continue to buy leads. But the one thing I can say is that you are gonna get more business from past clients, referrals, people that you know, people that you sit next to at getting your pedicure or your golf or whatever you do.
I got my
then
last
you
lead at my
are-
pedicure.
I just got one, so that's what I'm saying.
She's
But
like, it's
anyway,
fresh. I just got a pedicure.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
It's a joke. I did
then
not get a
buying-
pedicure recently.
Then working with people you don't know.
Yes.
So right now, if you're trying to budget, if your money's a little tight, I think you should just go back to your sphere.
The C-
And
the
I
CMAs,
know
So
that's-
the
talk
coffees,
about
the sphere.
grassroots, because you're talking about going back to grassroots and doing work. Guys,
Yeah,
I
I think
love-
open
you gotta
houses.
do work. So
Open
what's your
houses.
grasswork?
And if
Grassroots.
you don't have your own listing, call somebody in your office and
Yeah.
offer to do the open house for them. And we have opens, call us. You know, if you need,
Your phone just rang 6 times.
there you go. If you
It's vibrating
need
across the table.
business, look to the agents within your office or within your brokerage who have the business and ask to give them a hand, because they'll say, absolutely, please, yes. You know?
Yes.
And I think it's a great opportunity to, you know, learn a new neighborhood. Maybe you don't know that neighborhood, and meet somebody new who walks in the door, and you never know where that business is going to lead.
Absolutely.
So that's a
Absolutely.
great grassroots start.
Any questions for Lisa and Arabella before we let them off the stage, because they love being in front of the cameras and the lights up here.
Yeah.
All right.
Good.
Well, thank you so much,
Thank you for
Lisa
having
and
us.
Arabella,
Thank
for
you.
imparting your wisdom.
Yes, that was awesome, you guys. Thank you.
My next guy has been, our next guest has been in front of us a few times, and this guy is not afraid of the camera and lights. I'm fairly certain. He might not give the stage back, but my man has tons of success. Has run a bunch of successful companies, done a lot of great things. But the president and founder of the One Street Company, Miss Samar Qureshi.
Come on out, sir.
How you doing, buddy?
Hello, good to see you. Good to see you.
Good to see you. How are we doing today?
Living the dream. Can't complain.
Thanks for coming on over to see us.
Thanks for having us. Thank you guys.
We get to hear some exciting trips from Samar's house. How are things at One Street Company going right now?
Can't complain. Busy as always, and trying to pivot and adapt to this ever-changing market.
Always pivoting and adapting. There's crazy things going on, and running a bigger team, a bigger company like you have, you can see a lot of things going on at once. It can get a beat for what's going on. I know you got a couple things you want to share, but just we just had a market discussion. In general, what do you see kind of right now is going on out there, kind of from where you're standing?
Well, I mean, look, I've been in the business for 25 years, believe it or not.
So you started when you were 10.
18, yeah.
18 actually.
so
You
I've-
did
I just
start
want to
young.
point out, in other words, you're now in my camp of being old.
Dinosaurish. So I've seen a couple different markets, but money never leaves the planet. It just transfers, and you have to be ahead of the game. And so you have to forecast what's in front of you, not just yesterday, not today, but maybe even 100 years from now, like the CEO of Sony. But moreover, it's always looking ahead and understanding what's going on. But this is the biggest market grab you can ever have. If you like sports, playing time is here to take, and it's a market share. It's really what it is. At the end of the day, this is the time where there's disruption, where people step up or they close in. And I'm the type of person, I run to the fire and I don't run away. And I've learned that when there's disruption, like I said, people close up, they get down, and this is where you attack.
Ooh, I love disruption.
I love it.
I love that
Get
word.
fired up. We're
yeah.
about to disrupt now.
You gotta
Let's go.
you gotta be comfortable being uncomfortable, right, as they say. But at the same time, it takes a lot of risk and it takes a lot of balls. And
There you go.
and you gotta do what you gotta do. But this is a great
The
opportunity.
over-under was a minute before he said something. I'm just kidding. I love it, though. I love
But you
it.
really got, this is what makes you who you are, right? So like this is where, if you can get through this type of market, remember your market is your mental grab, right? It's all psychology. And it's looking yourself in the mirror and saying, what can I do? What can I do? And everything's really in your hands. Your biggest your biggest adversary is yourself.
Absolutely. So we got a couple slides in the reel in real estate, a couple things that you told us you might be able to talk about. So what's some things that kind of help the industry go, or some advice you might have how you're
I've done this a long time, and I always first I don't like to do. And running a company, you know, about 500 VA employees, agents, and I try the things that I don't like to do. How do you gain back time that you can never get back? You know, so systems and tools, really important. We have a huge DC department, transaction coordination, where agents can just focus on the experience. They're focusing on the consumer. Right now, so being authentic, not appointment. So we'll have a TC department from 9 to 10 p.m. Sunday to register all listings, not at the beginning. Important, so you can focus on your having data, being able to send scorecards out to the agents, understanding their ROI, their showing rates, their capture rates, their appointment rates, things like that. A lot of them, whether they read it or they don't, it doesn't matter. It's important from leadership to be able to create training opportunities. So being able to have data and understand, what you're doing, how you're doing it, how to be better is critical mass. On top,
I just want to stop real quick, and I know you can keep rolling. Is Arabella and Lisa, two totally different companies, but they both, right away, Samar said the same thing, was like it's about leveraging what you do best. And you heard Lisa say, look, I don't like paperwork, I don't like doing these things, so I find somebody that fits their niche so that I can do what I want to do best. And that's what Samar's trying to create through his whole team, is he figures out, he started by what I don't want to do, you didn't want to do, and find that, but now it's weird, because I've seen your team from afar and all the different things, but you find what people do best and put them in that spot, and look, if you're just great at showing houses, you find a way that that person just shows houses, and somebody else can do the paperwork there. So you're trying to find where's your best spot and building a team that can crush it in all their areas. It's like, if you're great at playing shortstop, don't have that person play center field, or that kind of idea. But
yeah, totally. I mean, it's exactly right. Look, I've got out of, I'm still sell. I have a partner who handles all my self-generated business, so I can focus on being a better operator and a better entrepreneur and a better leader. And again, talent is important. Understanding that there's positives and negatives to each person, including myself, and knowing where to extract and filling in the gaps where you need to fill it in. First impressions are everything. In a market where there's low inventory and there's multiple offers, your first impression with that consumer is important. When you answer the phone, the energy, being organized, being on time. If you hesitate, in my opinion, I think you're going to lose that person. There's too many options using the internet, and I'm a huge marketer. And at the end of the day, people need a partner. They don't need a real estate agent. They need somebody who's real, that's going to be there for them, that's going to listen to them, communicate, and understand their goals, and put them first before money. It's really what it boils down to. So the small details matter. And like for me, every night, literally, I have my to-do list. I make sure I have my priority items in order, my mid-tier, my low-tier. And at nighttime, I literally sit on HomeSnap, and I learn different markets just for my own knowledge, even though I don't have clients for it. I'm not the type of person that, like I teach my agents, don't just get a client and then go learn a neighborhood. Learn it before, why not? Take an hour.
That's great.
And look around.
That's great.
So being organized, the small details is what matters. It's not building the house, it's the punch list, right? So like we could build the foundation, we could build the property, but it's the finite details that'll make you great at what you do. When you're writing an offer and you're not reviewing what the transaction coordinator did, and you're missing that one initial as a top tier listing agent, I'm gonna find there's a hole here, and I'm gonna go take the other offer that came in an hour later, and I'm gonna say, sorry, your deal wasn't even finished.
Right.
Or you have 20 different PDFs. I don't want to work with you. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, how you present yourself and everything in life is not just real estate. It matters.
Absolutely. So yeah, what does that mean? Is that kind of what you're talking about there?
Yeah, I mean, we said here, consumers have many choices. Look, I've been a big-time operator on the internet. I've used Zillow for 12 years. I've spent millions of dollars on that platform.
It's one of the only ones that does it well, I think.
Well, look,
you did better than I ever could.
Well, put it this way. I mean, I've never had more than 48.5% of my entire pipeline from leads, even though my biggest margin is from lead flow. But I, as an entrepreneur and operator, want my agents to be ambassadors. So they are not stuck on the heroin of lead flow. You don't want to be dependent on someone who can cut you off. It's just the truth. I mean, but for me, my biggest margin is in my lead flow. I make good money on that part. However, as a good operator, I want you to be the best CEO of your business, because when times are turbulent, you may have more self-gen. You may have more leads. But in life, real estate's a doorway to buy property, to buy businesses, to buy whatever, but not everyone has the luxury. So internally, you want to diversify your self-gen, you're laying seeds like a farmer for the future.
Yep.
And then you also have lead flow, but you should not be dependent on that. And
Don't be
coming
dependent
from
on
me,
one
it's an
thing.
oxymoron to say that, but I believe that through my success is by teaching people to be multidimensional, not just stuck in one bucket, not stuck in one zip code, not stuck in one city. That's why I have a huge radius in Maryland, DC, Virginia.
Right, and a lot of that is kind of also what Lisa and Arabella were talking about is, right, it's almost back to the grassroots because you don't know what's going to be difficult at different times, right? And that's why you're saying diversify, because if internet leads all of a sudden become tough, well, I've worked on these other angles. Or if I only work just open houses, then I'm not ready if other things open up. So you got to diversify, be good at several things, but obviously what you're good at, lean in on that, but don't put all your eggs in one basket.
100%. I mean, that's the key. Obviously, look, real estate's tough, okay? It's a roller coaster ride from hell. At the same time, it's the truth. I mean, it's one of the,
Feels
it's
that way
the
last 12
easiest
months,
thing to
it's
get into, but you're also, I don't care how smart you are or not, you're always dealing with other people. It's an assembly line. And how many times are we doing double jobs? Are we doing 10 jobs? I have to work 10 times as hard today, I don't care if I'm a CEO or the janitor or XYZ. What I am is a real person running a company that's, needs to make sure to push and lead by example. And ultimately, the value of a team is a loaded word. It could be many things. I mean, yes, I operate as a team, and we are all collaborative, and we help each other. There's no nickel and dime. It's not Saved by the Bell from like high school. You know what I mean? But it's really important to build a culture where anyone can ask any question, to be upfront, to not hold it in. I cannot read your mind. It's impossible. And that's why I do 4 or 5 training sessions. That's why I always check in with the agents. That's why not only, we're always together. I'm in one of the reasons why I came to Samson and from running a brokerage for 2 decades was I just wanted to be more part of the war. I wanted the agents to be a part of the street. And at the end of the day, me being in there with them on offer strategy, making them think outside the box. And all of you typically know your own answers to your questions, but you need to bounce it off somebody.
Yep.
And that's what I've been able to do and create success in a turbulent market. So leadership is important. A lot of people think they want to be team leads and they want to be this big thing. It's not fun and games, it's not glory. Take it from me. Right? Being a broker is broker, as I say. But the point is that what are you doing with that time? Are you actually putting it in your pocket or are you giving it back? And for me, it's about taking care of the people that are in front of you, giving 100%. I will not hire or recruit anyone if I can't give you my all. And just like a client, I will not work with you if I can't give you my all. I'm not here to BS anybody. And saying the word no is big. It's all an interview process, no matter how you slice it.
Absolutely. The one really cool thing I brought out of what Sam said is, I think people see, you and all your team and your company's success and all the great things you have on, oh, well, I can't never. What you heard is he has to work 5 times as hard and 10 times as hard now for the same stuff. It's not, you don't lead a team or get to a certain point and stop working. No, you got to work harder because there's more people relying on you. And while I say it to everybody is, look, sometimes it's easy to step back and be like, oh, well, they must have. You got to do the work, guys. He didn't get to running a team that's doing hundreds of millions of dollars a year, and because he didn't work, you got to work hard. So if it's working hard to get that one deal a month that is your goal, great. Then roll up your sleeves and do the things, do the CMAs, do the prospects, and do the open houses. You got to start at that grass level, and you got to start working hard and keep working hard. Nobody got to that point by not rolling up their sleeves and doing all the work that we talk about. It didn't fall from the sky for Sam or Lisa Arabella or Casey or any of these people we talk about. They got there by working hard and doing all the steps. So that's kind of the one thing that, and even at a time like this, like you said earlier, by running into the fire. Look, when times get tough, you either can say, woe is me, business is tough, or you can say, let's go, there's market share to get. And that was the first thing he started with. So I think you got to change your mindset. Look, there's market shift to get. I just got to work a little bit harder to get it, and I got to find it there. And I think having that mentality is something that, that we can all adapt. We're not all going to run $200 million teams, $300 million teams or whatever tomorrow. But what we can do is we can adapt that mentality of, I got to go work and I got to go get it. And that's one thing that I love about Sam and why, I wanted to make sure that he got up here and shared some of that stuff with you because I knew that we would feel that from him as he started to talk.
Yeah, I mean, to the point, mindset's important, right? You got to wake up every day, blessed that you have your head and your hands for opportunity, and what you don't like and what you felt before is a great way to say, I don't want to feel like that again. So what are you going to do about it? But ultimately, one of the reasons also why I came to Samson, not only to give time back to the agents, was also to push on marketing. Well, push on more opportunities. You need more ops to create the same ROI. And so why not go grab that ASAP? So I've built a huge lead campaign to be able to offer my agents as much opportunity as possible. I'm all about a person being able to swing at a plate. I don't care if you close the deal, but I'll take that person over somebody else that doesn't complain and bitch and moan all day long. No, it's okay. It's okay that you don't close. But if you try your best and I see you hustle and you're learning and you're doing everything you can, I'm all about it. Like, I feed off that energy, and honestly, look, closings and all that stuff, yeah, I've sold $1 billion in 3 years, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? It's not about what I did yesterday. It's about what we do today and forward. But the point is that being humble enough and understanding enough that what you did yesterday is irrelevant. It's all about now and forward and seeing them grow and pushing and being dedicated to your craft. Don't say you're going to do something and not do it. Because in this world, being a leader is more than just having an office and putting a license on a wall. So back that shit up.
Yeah, there you go. Let's go. All right. We're gotten a little short on time here, but any questions and answers from my man Samar before I let him go take on the world and run to the fire? Zach, we got a mic up here.
Test.
On? There you go.
All right. First of all, I appreciate your candid responses. For new agents at Samson and in real estate in general, do you suggest working on a team, even if you're like proactive and a go-getter, similar to the comments that you were making?
So are you working by yourself?
Yeah, right now.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, you got to ask yourself, so for me, let's put the team aside and individual. It's more so in real estate, like you're building a house, you need a good foundation and you need direction. And usually in your first couple months, if you get, you hit a bunch of roadblocks and walls, you're probably going to push yourself out of the business. And you may have the talent and everything else that you need to be able to be in the business, right? So I think what you need, it may not just, let's just say, yeah, team could be great, which has good leadership and training and et cetera. But a lot of people go to a team and they just think, oh, I'm on a team and I'm going to get everything I want. You need to be the leader of that person who you are and say, what am I going to be able to get out of this? What does my 90 days look like with you guys? What's my training like? You know what I mean? Am I going to be just being pushed into an open house? Am I Googling it? Like, what does that look like? What's that runway look like? You understand what I'm saying? So, like, I know what you're saying. You need direction, you need leadership, you need support. Yeah, you may have the hustle and the variables, but how are we going to push that out, right? And so it's not always saying you have to go to a team. You may just need a mentor. You may need a consultant. You may need someone to shadow with. I mean, it doesn't mean, you know what I mean? Like, don't worry about commissions because 100% of zero is zero, right? So it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? And that's the key. A lot of people get so stuck on commission that they don't realize that it's about building a brand, building yourself, building knowledge to grow.
But the other part that I want to really hone in on what you just said is that you don't go to the team and say, I'm here now. Like, you've still got to own it. You've still got to do the work. You've still got to take charge of your business and take charge of your life and ultimately have the right mindset and do the work.
Well, people get caught up in the limelight, right? I get that all the time. They see the cars and the houses and this and that. Well, guess what? I worked fucking hard to get here. You know what I mean? I didn't, people want they want to own the team without trying out. Bullshit.
You can walk out there and find which car is his. I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure it's probably flashy.
But the point is that, like, you got to work. And people fail to realize work. I'm still sitting here today. I've accomplished everything in my life, but I still want it so bad. I feel like I'm in kindergarten, Right.
And leveraging and learning. So they're all still doing the same thing each day that they're telling you you have to do to be successful. You have to learn, you have to work, you have to engage, you got to go get it. They're all still doing it, right?
And we can always talk.
Any other questions?
Well, appreciate it very much,
Yes,
Samar, for
thank you,
coming
Sam.
out. My man, Samar Qureshi. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming out.
Awesome, thank you.
Appreciate having great guests. And this is so much why I love Samson, guys. We got our top performing teams all over. Just like, look, I want to share some knowledge and hear it and to help others get to where they've gotten, and we can all learn from their successes. So thank you all so much for coming to share your time.
I want to summarize one more time for people in the back. Do work.
There you go. There you go. Well, our next guests are from our lovely Cardinal Title Group.
Good
Iffy
morning,
Azoma,
ladies.
our supervising attorney from Maryland,
Come
and
on up.
Jessica Erler, one of our great attorneys that's in our local Bowie
Welcome,
office.
you guys.
Welcome, Iffy and Jessica. How are you guys doing? Good to see you all.
Good to see you too.
They've been leading our Maryland charge and doing a great job. So a lot of you guys have met Iffy and Jessica before, and they've come with a few tips for us today. What do we got today?
Well, thank you guys so much for using Cardinal Title. We always appreciate your business. The first thing that we wanted to mention to you guys is just communication. First of all, if you have any deals that are kind of different, you have a seller, a buyer who's out of state, you have a seller, buyer who has issues, needs help. For instance, we had a buyer who is quadriplegic. We needed to figure out a way that he was going to be able to sign. He couldn't write himself, he couldn't do anything. So basically, the agent talked to us about it a few weeks prior to closing, and we were able to figure it out. So, of course, if you have anything that you think is kind of different from a normal transaction, just let us know on time so we can prepare for it. Addendums. If there are any changes to contracts, we want to know right away. We don't want to, a lot of times we're either last to know about it or we don't even know about it at all. So, and it's kind of,
Be a pro, guys. Be a pro.
Yes.
Cardinal can do a great job helping with you whatever you want, but if we can't communicate those things, then we can't be there ahead of time to help you out and make you look like a rock star because you prepared ahead of time and you were able to get those things done.
Right. If the contract is canceled, let us know. If there are releases, let us know.
Oh, that would be an important thing for you guys to know.
Well,
Oh, by the way, we're not going to settlement. Has anybody told title?
no,
Yeah.
and it happens a lot. We're like, this is not closing. It's what?
The best one is
What?
just calling to make sure y'all are still coming to settlement today. Oh no, that contract fell out 3 weeks ago.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, and that happens
That
more
happens.
often.
It happens, guys.
Yes, yes. So please communicate with us. Again, we're in a busy season, so just schedule ahead. If you have any type of requests, let us know immediately. Schedule ahead, so there are no delays in closing. If, of course, you have, again, clients with special needs, let us know. We also want to let you guys know about RON closings, remote online notarization.
Remote online notarization. Got it. Ron.
RON, yes,
Yes.
RON. It is called
It's a
RON,
mouthful.
yes.
What
yes.
is it again, Donnie?
Ron.
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 So we do this a lot with sellers. We're able to do it with buyers as well, if it's a cash deal, or if the lender approves it. Basically, it's very easy. You don't have to come to settlement. You can in front of your computer. If you have good internet connection, you have a social security number and a credit history in the US. For sellers, try to push that to the sellers. It's very, very, very convenient.
It's another great way to negotiate the deal to get there. You tell your seller ahead of time, hey, look, my title company, if we close with Cardinal, you can move early, you can close from wherever you're at on Zoom, you can close from home, you don't have to drive into closing. Sellers be like, oh, that sounds great. I can do it on my computer, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever it takes from wherever I'm at a week early and check that off my box. I don't have to go in there and do all that. That's a huge perk. So that's why, you can help be on that list of bringing your listings to Cardinal. If you talk to your seller ahead of time about, this is a great perk Cardinal has for all of our sellers.
Right, and it doesn't cost them,
Right.
we're not charging any extra for it.
Remember, you need to give yourself a couple extra days for
Yes,
those
just-
knowledge-based assessments.
Yes, and the great thing about the knowledge-based assessment, especially with, for instance, we're seeing a lot of
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
So, I mean, to be honest, doing RON closings is actually it's better and more of a verification than a seller walking into our offices because you can provide a fake ID, and we don't know.
So,
but
I'm gonna cut in real quick and listen to this real 20-second story here. If you are an agent out there, okay, and some of our agents in our companies, really listen here. There are people that reached out to our agents and said, I own this land wherever, right? Because there's not a property to meet them at. And you're like, oh, great, I'll take your listing. We've had listing agents list property online, go with it, filling out, they act like I'm do everything through property, get buyers way to closing, and then we realize that's not Susie Smith. Hopefully we catch that. And that's what Iffy's talking about. Susie Smith could still walk in with a fake license and close out. But this KBA where they have to do the knowledge-based assessment. Now, Iffy and Carter, they're going to reach out, and they're going to make Susie answer all these questions that only Susie would know. So now that we haven't sold off, there was one that got all the way to closing we heard about and went through. Now, we had somebody in Richmond just this week that they had listed 3 different pieces of land that they owned, you know, and there wasn't a person. It was a whole fake scammer out there. So be aware, if somebody calls you, this is a PSA, somebody calls you trying to sell land, you better meet them in person and make sure that they own it, okay?
Right.
Because that is a rampant scheme out there. But outside of that, I wanted to point out why she was saying that Ron is almost better, because then at least we're proving the buyer and seller have to prove who they are.
Correct.
With assessments, not just a fake ID.
Right,
But go ahead.
right. So we're really pushing for RON settlements with sellers because, again, it's the most secure and the best way to actually selling that property. And they're saying that and with Ian and Cardinal title. Review all the alternatives, check your fees, and make sure that everything is in there correctly. Check the again, where the sale price has changed, but we weren't made aware of it, and then there's, you know, that confusion at closing. Okay?
Absolutely. You'd rather catch that 3 or 4 days ahead of time that somehow you forgot to send over an addendum rather than wait to get to the closing table and having to put all that back in the box, right?
Yeah, that's it. And never hesitate to reach out to any of us, the attorneys, the processors. We're always here to help you and answer any questions that you have.
Absolutely. And we can close in all of our great Maryland, D.C., Virginia offices all over, and got great support for you.
Yeah, we do have. We want to.
Oh, what do you got?
Oh,
you got
yeah.
something special?
He got something
Iffy brought gifts.
What'd you bring?
What do you got, Iffy?
Well, but they have to answer questions.
They got to answer questions. You don't have to get gifts.
All right.
Yes.
Who's ready? Who's ready?
So who's
up.
ready?
Free stuff.
All
Sarah,
right.
you can't win.
I'm looking for who answers.
Okay, ready.
All right, Jess, do you want to go first?
All right, let's see.
What you got?
Do you need my glasses?
I might.
It's my handwriting.
Her hand's like, oh, she's getting closer and closer. Yeah.
How many offices does Samson Cardinal have in Maryland?
Ooh.
Does anybody know?
Oh,
Okay.
Sarah.
No,
a little higher.
Another
I'll
time.
give you a hint. Higher.
10.
I'm sorry, who said 10?
10 right here.
Okay.
Oh, she got it.
We got 10. 10 Maryland. Here we go.
Gift card.
Target gift card. There you go.
You can guess all day long, girlfriend. There.
All right. What else we got? What else we got?
All right. So what email do you need to send your MD contracts
Good
to?
question.
Your Maryland contacts.
Okay,
Oh,
Denise.
Denise.
Orders. MD contracts at Cardinal Title.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would work.
MD
Yeah.
contracts at cardinaltitlegroup.com.
Apple
MD
gift card.
contracts at cardinaltitlegroup.com.
MD gift cards. MD gift cards. Oh my
No,
heavens.
not
MD
MD gift cards.
contracts.
MD contracts.
At
So for
cardinaltitlegroup.com.
DC, it's DC contracts. For Virginia, it's just contracts. And then for West Virginia, I believe it's WV contracts at Cardinal Title PLLC.
Because we are really original.
Yes.
Yes.
All that
We
is
try.
on the Cardinal Title Group page of
Yes,
the Nest
on the
and
Cardinal
on their
Nest.
website.
All right, we have 2 more to
Oh,
go.
2 more.
Two cards.
All right, Jess, what you got?
How many attorneys does Cardinal have in Maryland?
Ooh,
Oh,
how many
Maryland.
Maryland attorneys?
Let's see who's going to get this one. In
I don't
Maryland.
even know.
Maryland
Ray got a
attorneys.
hand?
All right, hand.
Zach, we got a mic? 5?
5.
Yes.
5.
Sarah.
Yeah, every thumbs up until that's not really fair. It's behind my 5.
You won. Woohoo,
All
she
right. If you raise your hand, he's going to let you answer.
won. Right. What you got?
Name of the title song. That.
Oh,
Who's first? Oh, okay. Well, then what?
we're right.
Yeah, there you go. Gift card.
Right. To the
All
apple.
right. And if you need them, they'll be around to answer any questions. So thank
right.
you, Iffy and
Thank
Jessica.
you.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate you all and all your support of Cardinal Title Group.
Awesome.
we're going to bring up our Director of Marketing, Miss
Come
Cecil
on up,
Tynes
Cecil.
now. Hey, Cecil, how are you?
Hello, doing great. How are you guys today?
Oh, come on.
Last month I had a as well. I'm gonna-
Next time,
So what do you have to share today, Cecil?
we have new team that have joined within the past 3 months. I thought it would be beneficial to introduce our marketing team. So we have Britt position from our community. So we also have, so we've talked about years. If you're ever find yourself of creative, graphic designer, April is on our team to help you out. And Heather Ewan is also on our team. She 3 months ago, a week before I did it. She is our marketing. So we're taking a print center class, things like that. Each those. I do have to talk to Heather. She's been the a lot of these sales slides.
Very loving it. Yeah.
We have so worked with Lynn Ham.
Her picture left corner. That was nice to have.
I love that, Heather.
Was he switched it out?
Her picture. Well, because originally I had my dad's picture. I was like, no, it doesn't have to be me. Dean anymore. And then she thought she put herself in there.
Heather.
So, I love it. Take the picture out and you can reports.
Or,
right?
Yes, absolutely.
Or leave it there.
Yeah.
So created reports for you on Cardinal tools and resources. So you can see we've got a post owners, renters, homeowners. So this is in Lynn Hamilton's geo-farming class, but you can also find these on the Cardinal Nest if you search geo in the country.
And you heard Lisa and Arabella talk about how they were leaning into our print center since they joined us. They just sold absentee owners, renter post. I was all over that when I was selling absentee owner cards, listings, renter buyers, new age, which I do. Houses, renters around. How much my house is there? And 2,000, 25 local first years, cost of those homes. We got templates for you. They send them to rent. You create one, send out a mailer and make pieces. But buyers tend to do those things if you invest. Easier here with these great.
And some what they want to do, they know that postcard. They don't know what to say. As we're taking work out of their these to have impact, to get your firing, art inside, the putting it all together, right brain line, down information, send it out. Super easy for you.
We want to give you time back to focus on what's important to you with your clients and farming and getting needs.
Also have a new class. Tell us what's happening.
Yes, so it's happening in Tyson next week on the 26th. So she has a new print marketing class. It's postcards to get listings. You can see on here.
Postcards to get listings. Who wants more listings?
Who wants a listing?
Who wants listings? None of you.
Nobody
wants listings. All right, kind of want listings. Guys, everybody listings sell nowadays, right? Listing, you got to listen. You got to.
Now, come on, Donny. It's
right?
getting a little slow. It might take 4 days to sell a listing versus 2. Yes.
If you want listings, I'd be about a postcards to get listings class. Sounds exciting to me, right?
And so you can see, she's going to help you formulate that strategy, going from just taking a map and how to create that into an effective attention-grabbing postcard. So again, her class is part of HQ2U next week, July 26th at Tyson's.
Awesome.
Right.
Well, thank you,
And
Cecil.
she also does classes. Heather's classes are great. They're full of energy. So if you are interested in any kind of marketing programs, print media, how to use postcards, how to do things like that, and look on the Cardinal Nest, look at Heather's marketing classes that she teaches weekly. They are great classes.
She's fantastic.
Yeah.
Awesome.
you.
Well, thank you,
Thank
Cecil,
you.
and leading our marketing team. Always putting out great stuff for us. We're going to bring up Jerry Berry, the man
Hello,
in the
Jerry
myth now.
Berry.
Our great partner of First Heritage Mortgage. Come on up, Jerry. There you go.
You're allowed to bring friends.
Wait till you get to the mic before you introduce your friend, though, because they won't be able to hear you out there. You don't have to hug your mic. We got a really slick one up here for you now.
Yeah, you don't need
Very
to hold
nice.
it. You have to just
What
talk.
am I going to do with my
We
aunt?
try to be. So how you doing, my man?
Good.
Good.
Hey,
Who's
can we
your
get
friend?
some of Samar in a bottle? That dried Samar.
I would
If I could
drink up
just
some
bottle
Samar in
that
a
up
bottle, I think.
and sell it. That's why I brought Jenny. She's similar to Sam. This is Jenny Kim.
Yeah, Jenny. There you go.
She joined us this year. She's an amazing loan officer. She actually does a lot of business.
Yeah, I try.
Anyway, I know she does a lot of business in Maryland. So some of you probably know Jenny, and just thought I'd bring her up today and introduce her.
Awesome. What offices are you in a lot, Jenny? Or what area specifically in
So
Maryland?
I do a lot of business in Howard County, Frederick County.
Okay, excellent.
PG, yeah.
Excellent.
So 50% of my business actually comes from Maryland.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Fantastic stuff. So
Now, I know she's not old enough to have done loans for 30 years like I have. but I think she might have started a little younger than I did too, though,
Yeah,
right?
a little bit, just a little.
Yeah, we're very fortunate to have Jenny on the team, and I thought it'd be great to introduce you guys. The Fed meets today, as you guys know. Today's supposed to be the last increase as far as what the Fed's going to do. That's kind of what the market says. Of course, the market said that last time the Fed met also. The national average for 30-year fixed as of yesterday on TV was 6.9. Now, your first-time home buyers, as you guys know, the Fed's made it easier for the first-time home buyers. The income restricted, and restrictions are very, very high, by the way. But, the income restricted, I think I saw 6 3/8 yesterday for that. So it's still very, very attractive. And earlier you ladies said something about the market getting used to interest rates. You're exactly right. They are getting used to interest rates. Interest rates are going to come down. The goal, as you guys hear any loan officer that you talk to, the goal is for later this year, supposedly, that we're going to get back down in the 5s. I think that's a little bit aggressive because, the economy's still doing very, very well. As you guys see on TV, the Dow's doing well. All the markets are doing very, very well. So I think that might be a little bit aggressive. Next year, Fannie and Freddie are expecting them to get back in the 4s. Again, I think that's a little bit aggressive, but the trend is going to be down. And as we tell most every client we talk to, anything you do right now is probably an 18-month deal, wouldn't you say, Jenny?
I always tell my clients, because when they see that rates hit 7%, they all start freaking out. And then, they want to sit on the sidelines. And what I try to tell them is I always use a saying, date the rate, marry the house. And I have said that so many times these last 2 weeks. And when you explain that to your clients, that this isn't permanent, rates are not permanent, you will refinance. The average life of a loan in this area is actually only 4 years. So people end up refinancing, moving, selling their house, doing whatever they do with that interest rate. So that's always my saying to my clients. Date the rate, marry the house.
And if you guys think it's competitive at 7% right now, what if they do get down to 5.5% by next spring, summer? I mean, now all the buyers are going to be, yes, we might have more inventory, but we're going to have even more buyers that have been, everybody's waiting on the sidelines. Look, get out there now, take that 7% or buy down your rate to 6 or 5% for a year or two, and then all of a sudden, you can refinance when the rates do get a little bit better. But I think the competition is going to be even worse or more intensive.
100%.
Completely agree.
I Sam in a
say
bottle
all
over
the
here
time.
wants to say something. What do you got?
You can't refinance if you don't own a house.
You can't
Exactly.
refinance if you
That's
don't
a
own a
good one,
house.
too,
That's a great
yes.
point by Mr. Sam in the corner there.
Yeah,
you don't
who-
own it, you can't refinance it to the good rate. Then you got to compete with everybody to get that house then in a year.
Yeah,
Right?
Absolutely.
Competing with double the
Today,
people.
you're holding on to that price point, all the houses are going up, so you have more equity very quickly.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, show me someone in this room that's lost money on real estate.
Right. Well, we could ask that question in 08 maybe. That'd be a better.
No, but the truth of the matter
Maybe
is,
15 years ago. we
no,
did
the truth of the matter is, even then,
You've probably
Right.
recovered at
if
this
you
point.
kept those properties, because
They got back.
I kept those properties,
got back.
they're still profitable,
Yeah.
and they probably would have been rentals at the time anyway. So
Absolutely.
real estate's still where everybody's putting your money. That's why there's so much competition, and we do think when they get back down to 5s, we'll see a little bit more stuff, a little bit more real estate on the
Competition a little
market.
more out there. I have gone very long, so I'm a little short on time here. But what do you guys?
fast.
You want to share about your Miracle Lender program with us?
You know, in 2014, we started a program internal with First Heritage where the majority of our loan officers give money to to Children's Miracle Network on every loan we do. Every loan I do, I give money to the children's hospitals. And it's kind of very dear to our heart. And most all of our loan officers in the company, and the company donates, and even our employees donate to Children's Miracle Network. It's just such a great cause, and if you don't have
nearly $500,000,
$547,000.
$547,000. Hey, awesome for that. Awesome stuff.
Yeah, it's just a really good cause, and we all like to share when we can. I think there's another slide that I did want to share here. Were you able to get the video up and running on that?
We couldn't get it going here.
Oh,
sorry.
Not a big deal. We've now became a national force, I guess is the right term, due to our donations over the last year. So it's really neat. When the loan closes, your client gets a postcard that actually shows you on it also, you being the agent, because we do co-brand everything with our agents, and that client's actually made a donation to Children's Miracle Network. So it's really neat. And if you guys don't have somebody that you're sharing the wealth with, I would highly recommend that.
You know, and outside of great just giving back, you know, First Heritage Mortgage has been an amazing partner for us for years. They've all got great experienced loan officers, and even if you have somebody out there you love now, you got a great partner, find a buddy in First Heritage Mortgage and have a second loan officer that's only going to help you to give your clients great choices. Look, talk to two loan officers and help. Just give them an opportunity. They're going to earn your business not only with their great work, their great expertise, their great experience, but giving great loan products to your clients and giving back to the community around there. And Children's Miracle Network is awesome stuff. So.
Thanks.
Other questions for our great First Heritage representatives here? No, they can't change the interest rates overnight.
You can probably stump me. You can probably stump me, but I doubt if you can stump Jenny.
No. You can stump Jerry easily. Easy for me to talk, too. All right. Well, thank you, Jerry and Jenny. I appreciate it. And you guys continue to support First Heritage Mortgage, our great partners.
I didn't bring any gift cards. I did put some koozies up there. Is that
Oh, there you go.
You can
koozie.
Everybody use your koozie.
Jerry's jealous now. He's gonna bring some gift cards next time. And we're actually to that point. We're going to give away some stuff.
It's time for trivia.
Time for some trivia. See if anybody was paying attention out there.
I think I need like one of those echo
warns. A few more things to give away, and then I got to get towards the finish because you guys all have been here for a while. But win $50 towards Samson swag or the Print Center. Everybody ready? First one's going to be for you online viewers right now, so be ready. All right, there's going to be an online phone number that pops up in a question. Who's got the? Is it Chris? Who has the answers? Do you have it? Who has the responses to this? Do we know? It's a good question.
You didn't tell anybody your questions. Go ahead.
I have the question. I'm saying who is going to see the phone number come in? Chris? I have, yes. Okay, that's what I was asking. All right, so.
Text your answer to 703-239-4653. What is the name of the online notary system that Cardinal uses?
The online notary system Cardinal uses.
Online notary system.
Now, while you're thinking about texting your name so that we know who to give it back to, we can text that as well.
Name and answer.
All right, next question. This is for the people in studio here. While we're waiting for an online answer here. Raise your hand. Give me one thing you learned from Samar today. Raise your hands. Don't just call it out. One thing you learned from, right here.
Ma'am.
Zach.
Hold on. We need a mic.
Let Zach get there. He's knocking over chairs for you.
Mike, please don't
fall. One thing you learned from Samar today.
Do the work.
Do the work. All right. So
you are now
get you a gift card.
Nice certificate winner of
$50
either $50
Samson swag
to
or
the
prints.
swag or the Print Center. Your choice.
All right.
There you go.
Now, next question. One thing that you learned from Lisa and Arabella today from the one group. Oh, here we go. We got one over here. You can't go twice.
Use the Print Center. Yes.
Use the Print Center was the answer.
Use the Print Center.
So that's
nice
a good
job.
one.
There you go.
$50 there. We got an online answer yet, Miss Chris?
We need not. Yeah, she was trying to say. Yeah, that's the answer right there.
Okay. Here's one.
What's the first one?
Natalie.
The first one came in. Natalie Ugarte. It is Ron. You are
Ron,
correct.
Ron is the name of the
Remote
online notary
online
system.
notary.
Nobody
Can you
picks up.
write
I kept
Natalie's?
saying, Sarah and I kept saying Ron just to make sure everybody heard
Ron,
it.
yes.
So Ron.
So Natalie, you have a credit. Chris will be emailing you. You have a $50 credit to the print
$50
center or
Samson
swag.
or print.
Do you want to give away more stuff?
Let's give away some stuff.
Okay.
Bring out a couple things.
All right. First, we have a wonderful insulated bag with Samson, nicely embroidered.
All right, Vanna.
On the whatever you call that gray.
Whatever you call that, gray.
Well, it's got some hatch.
All right. So we have a trivia question. We've got, what is the name of the First Heritage Network that they give part of their commissions and proceeds to? Jerry, you can't answer.
You can Pat right there.
Hold on, here we go.
Children's Miracle Network.
Children's
yes.
Miracle Network.
You
All
win a
right,
hat.
you win a Samson bag.
Presents for everybody.
What else we got, Vanna?
We have a North Face extra large men's rain jacket.
Oh.
Extra large rain jacket.
Extra large? That was supposed to be saved for me. Well, I don't know what's going on there. All right, I guess.
Here we go. Embroidered.
You
with
gonna try it on?
No.
Oh, there you go. Oh, I like that for real though. Why do I not have one of those? Who do I got to know to get one of those? All right.
Extra large.
Sarah, you got a question or you want me to give one?
You go right ahead. I'm the
All
DM.
right. Give me the name of the new in-house commission company, commission advance company that we're
Yes,
doing.
ma'am. Oh, yes, ma'am. Green.
There
Yes,
you
ma'am.
go. Samson now. All right. If
There
you need
you
somebody
go.
to land that jacket, I'm your man. Oh, he got it right there. All right. Hey, but we need to. Can we put a note
Let
of
me
those?
see what else I got
need
back
one
here.
of those when we get back to the office. Cecil, can you hook me up? All right, one more prize. What are we doing?
We are going to do another North Face. This one is fleece. This one is extra large men. Sorry, my arms aren't long. Extra large men as well.
There was something. We'll
Zip
do one
up.
more for ladies in there too. 'Cause there was
I do.
some
I have a
small.
ladies one in there as well.
Extra large.
What is one thing that you should do? The new system that Donny will negotiate in. Yes, ma'am. CMAs. Yes,
There you
ma'am.
go. 5 a day. That's your challenge.
you
Do
go.
5 CMAs a day.
All right, let me see
Start
what
at
I got back
5.
here for
That's easy to
ladies.
swallow. You can build on it from there. Find me a ladies jacket.
I'm
in there.
looking for ladies.
For
Give me
me,
a sec.
my svelte figure. They're laughing a little too hard. All right. All right. One more in-person question here. Oh,
All right.
Is that the best?
We have a medium vest.
Ooh.
It is not ladies cut, but it is a unisex vest.
Oh, that's what I saw.
It gives you a little more in the middle
Well, let's do
area.
that one instead. Or
You get a
this.
T-shirt.
Well, it was ladies cut. That's
It is
what
ladies cut.
We gave away
This
some
is
bigger
a
stuff.
small ladies cut T-shirt.
You got.
Give me back that vest.
All right, come back to the vest. We had a bunch of people that mocked at the small in the back, so we're gonna go back to the vest.
We have
All
a
right.
vest. It is my favorite color of cobalt blue.
There you go.
It is a puffer vest. It's Port Authority.
There you go.
Okay.
Do you have a question, or do you? I got
Go.
one. All right. Who is teaching a great class tomorrow in Chantilly?
Oh, yes, ma'am. And,
Mr.
and
Casey,
what
what's it, and
for
what's
bonus?
it about?
It is about negotiation.
Yes,
There
ma'am.
you go. All right, negotiation class tomorrow.
That's
There
for
you
you.
go. This table's hot.
Your table's like paying attention. That's the happening paying attention table. But definitely we want to end on that note to make sure that we remind you all before we get into some other things.
Yep.
We've had a lot of fun, but definitely if you have the opportunity to hit Casey's class tomorrow, it will be time well spent to learn about all those negotiation tactics.
Absolutely. Guys, we don't have time to get to our market reports, but those are all in the top resources section of the Cardinal Nest. Cardinal Nest top resources. We download all these great market reports for you.
Let me just sum that up with inventory's down 30%.
There you go. HQ to you, I want to put a plug in for this before we
Yes.
close up. I got a couple things I want to mention. One, these are pictures from our HQ to you last week at Gaithersburg in our real office. It was awesome.
Awesome.
50, 60 people there all day. Great stuff. We have great classes all day. We feed you breakfast, feed you lunch. We do a Q&A at lunch with me and Sarah. We've got a great one this Wednesday at Tyson's. We're going to be in Tyson's office.
Yes.
Then in August, we're going to be at Lake Ridge National Harbor in Gainesville. Guys, you don't have to belong to these offices. You just have to be able to drive there. This gives you our sample schedule. From 9 to 3, we've got 9 great classes. Awesome stuff. Cecil hit on the one about print, postcards, get you listings. At lunch, we do a Q&A with Sarah and I. Ask us anything. Talk about some great things that are going on.
They're doing coaching. They're doing artificial intelligence and real estate. There's so many great topics.
There's a class just on KV Core Present and how to use that.
Oh, to do your CMAs.
To do those CMAs. This is awesome stuff we're teaching here. Lynn does a great class on advanced lead generation. Just awesome stuff that is real life stuff that you guys can all use in your business. Fresh classes you haven't seen before. So Tyson's Wednesday. Similar class schedule is going to come out each week. So I want to make sure you guys are aware of those things. A couple other classes. Tomorrow, also in our Chantilly office, we have a Stump the Broker class with Mike Briggs and Steve LaFave. We're going to feed you lunch. So if you're going to be in that area, come by for lunch tomorrow to Stump the Broker. And then Ask the Broker.
I will personally find a gift card to give you if you can stump Mike Briggs.
There you go. Good luck with that. Oh, there it is. Ask the Broker Brunch. Okay,
yes.
It was on here, Carl. But Ask the Broker Brunch, I want to highlight as well. Next Friday, the 28th,
yes,
we're going to be at our Bowie office. Kara Williams, our principal broker from Maryland, is going to be there. Ask the Broker, a great Q&A about all different things. So we're going to give you some lunch or brunch.
Hey,
and,
Donnie, I think
ask all the questions.
I think next week I may be gone on Wednesday the 26th. I might be in White Marsh.
Oh, because they got a mac and cheese bake-off?
What else is better than a mac and cheese bake-off?
But we do have to get going. But the Ask the Broker brunch, I want to make sure you're aware of. And Bowie with Kara and Stump the Broker tomorrow with Mike and Steve and Chantilly. So great opportunities to get to our principal brokers, ask those real-life questions, or hear other people's questions and hear the answers, and build that relationship with those brokers if you haven't built it before.
And just learn, because every day something new happens in this business. Just learn.
Absolutely. And with all that, I know I'm super late, but hopefully we had lots of good stuff going on.
Yes.
We're gonna close with this because we're never gonna miss doing this.
We are never gonna not thank you.
This is how our engine runs, guys. Continue to support Cardinal Title Group as much as possible. It's how we can earn the income to pay for all the great things that we're providing for you at Samson, help grow your business. We can keep your fees down, keep everything down, let you keep all your money. We'll make the money over on the title side and invest that back into Samson and Cardinal so you guys can be successful.
Before we launch into our thank yous, I just want to point out a little bit. You know, we had an agent ask why I really don't see, you know, how it helps. And somebody told me the analogy that I think works really well. It's like you and your family owning a Domino's franchise. You went out, blood, sweat, and tears. You bought a Domino's franchise. You work every day. You pay payroll. You wonder whether or not you're going to be profitable in Domino's. And then when your family says, I want something to eat, you order Papa John's pizza. It's like buying in and investing in a business and then you spend your money on a competitor. That's the value of the partner relationship. Every single gets put back into China, gets put into Samson now, gets put back into all of HQ to you and the training and the resources and everything that we send out in the field. So we cannot stress enough how important every single closing is and how much we appreciate every single time you do your best to get it to close at Cardinal.
So buckle up. We're going to get through all these great names.
We're ready.
And
I got
thank everybody.
this.
So we got 10 minutes left here. Get through all the names.
Let's go. Kick us off.
Abdul Tuku, Abdul Al-Nazar, Latif Chaudhry 2 times, Abdul Yami Qasim Mujain, Adam Shively 2 times, Ahmed Malikzai 3 times, Ahmed Goma, Ismaida Azir, Alex Etchampong 4
job,
times.
Alex.
Great job, Alex. Alex Torres 2 times, Alexandra Aimandi 2 times, Ali Dejanada, Ali D 2 times, Aliza Askri, Allah Jamil, Ali Balou, Ahmed Kakar 2 times, Amy Minenberg, Annabelle Herring, Andrea Hayes, Andres Polly, Andrew Miller, Adriana Solano, Angela Perez, Angelica Arzi, Ann Marsh, Ann Thomas 4
Nice
times.
job.
Annalie Farrar, Amy Pichakul 2 times, Armando Guadalupe, and Arslan Jamil.
Nice, Arslan.
Previously of the Donnie Samson team, my man, 5 times.
Who
Great
thought
job.
he could do it better than Donnie, so he struck out on his own, and look at there, he's killing it.
There you go.
Arturo Salimi 2 times, Runalyn Paninian, Austin Southern 3 times, Avis Drummond, Badar Zaman, Bahar Zawlatshahi, Barbara Pritchard, sorry I slaughtered that, Bassem Hamandi, Beatrice Flores, Beaufort Mensa, Beamnet Dada, Ben Ashlock, Ben Oxley, Beth Ann Wilson, Bethany Durham. Oh, and don't forget, if you're in the room, woot woot.
Yeah, woot if we call you out.
Betsy Brooks, Bevenji Cone, Billy Sampson, Bashuta DeHall, Bonnie Coffey, Brandy
Bashuta
Brown.
2 times.
Oh, 2 times. I'm sorry, Bashuta, thank you. 2 times. Bonnie Coffey, Brandy Brown, Brian Chang, Bridget Newman, Bumi Akinyosoye, Caitlin Ellis, Camilla Tierney, Candace Ashtroth, Karen O'Brien 2 times, Carla Moore, and Carlos Fuentes 3 times. Thank you, guys.
Carmen Carter Howell 2 times. Carmen Murphy, Casey Quicken 2 times.
Uncle Casey
6 times.
Nice job.
And that whole team 15 times. Thank you,
Wow.
guys. Catherine Techie Mensa, Sally Trotman, Charles C. Hayward Jr., Charles Kim 2 times. Cheryl Youngbar, our White Marsh broker manager. Chivi Anand, Chivi Lamenchi.
I know I can't say it. Jivy.
Good job. Shira Shah, Chris Loizu, Christian Chavez, Christina Pearson, Christine Martin, Christopher Gordon, Kristen Napoli, Christopher Silva, Christopher Urich 2 times, Cindy Biberai, Cindy Locke, Claudia Carcamo, Connie Chileme, Daisy Cordova, Dallas Croft, Dana Ashlock, Dana Campbell.
That'll be Dana and Ben too, right?
Dana and Ben got 2. They're both on there once. Dana Coleman and Dane Work.
Nice job, you guys. Daniel Frank, Darren Robertson 2 times, David Bowie.
Yes, he's a singer. Good job.
I wonder.
It's not the David.
Not the same. David Flack, David Ingram, David Luckenball 2 times, Deborah Gaynor, Demetrius DeVega, Denise Giacoba 2 times. Thank you, Denise. She was in the room. Denise Polson, Desiree Gurma, 2 times. Sorry, Desiree. Derek Cole, Desiree Jelly 2 times. Diana Herezi, Diana Posadas, Dilyara Dominova 6 times.
Way to go, Dilyara.
Nice job, D. Deepika Gupta, Ernest Gorham, Ed Torres, Edmi Salazar, Edward Murphy, Albert Graves, Manny Nieves, MC Ara, Emily Blakely, Ingles De Leon, Erdem Kutzel, Eric Velasquez, Frederick, and Al
Fernando Ramallo, Frank Evans, Franz Durancourt Jr., Fred Masseni 5 times.
Nice job, Fred.
Great job from the 1 Street team. Ginny Wynn 2 times. Georgie Orlov, Glenn Deckert, Godfrey Shikwa, Greg Johnson.
Guillermo Salmon.
There you go. 2 times.
I just like his name.
He Kwu, Heidi Swenson, Henry Nam, Holland Hargrove, Holly Wilson, Hoshai Mesfin, Isabel Carrero, Jack Tawari, Jackson Shoemaker, Jad Sarsauer, Jae-Yoon Young, Jajit Dillon, James Wilkins II, Jamia Dixon, Janai Pinkney, Janet Aureliana.
Aureliana.
Yeah, harder than you thought, huh?
It does. I got confused with you.
Janice Kim, Jenneth Caballero.
Wei Kong, Julie Park 2 times, Juliet Sherrill, Amelia Emerson, Cameron Katarzyna Kuwaja, Kate Schneider, Kathy O'Donnell.
Kathy Pippin, Kia Evans, Kelly Cocho, Kelly Daniel 2 times, Kelly Thomas, Kellen Alayu, Ken Bennett, Carrie Ann McKenzie, Carrie Ralston 2 times, Kevin Sampson, Keisha Washington 2 times, Kadar Hawa, Kim Schultz 2 times, Kieran Marzaria, Christy Howard, Christy Williams, Christine Jones, Christine Price, Kyonsuk Lee, Kiri Clark, La Maurice Veneg, Lana Schinnerer, Larry and Laura Bean, Lavanya Gorpetti 2 times, Lavana Murphy, Liela Fisia 2 times, Leslie DeFore Barber, Lillian, Linda Bellotti.
You're on Lillian
Azaria, and Lindsay Walker 2 times.
Nice job, you guys. Lisa Barber, Liz Corte, Luann and Ed Hook 2 times, Lula Ayub, our Lulu, Lucia Arden Jason, Louis Poblete, Madeline Lamberti, Mahan Pirzada, Michaela Jones, Mandy Cole, Maria McGrath, Maria Solano 5 times. Nice job, Maria. Mary Cortong, Marisol Bonds 2 times, Mark Morris, Mark Smith, Marshall Wick, Matt Dubonnet 2 times, Matt Yost, Myra Pineda, Megan Buckner, Mel Tulu, Melanie Robinson, Melissa Libby, Melissa Whittington, Meredith Smith, Michael Dove, Michael Howard, Michael McKindy 2 times, and thanks, guys.
Michelle Gibson 3 times, Michelle Camardina, Melina Damian, Mike Dowling, Mike Magnani, Mindy Littleton 2 times, Ming Kwan, Mo Muhammad, Mona Lawson 2 times, Monica Green, You get saying enough names.
You
say
get
it
just
wrong.
they all the letters. run together.
Manira El Hamad, Mohammed Imran Chima, Munawar Khan, Nadia Deskins, Najabullah Kuspin, Nancy Jackson, Natalie and Kurt McCarter, 4 times.
Nice job,
Great
guys.
job. Natanya Thomas, Nick Marati, Nicole Hatchell, Nina Roush, Noel Morgan 2 times, Noemi Martinez Conaway, Noli Manalato, Olga Andreev, Paige Kellogg, Pamela Houston, Pam Scavangelli, Pat Cohen, and Pauze Leon.
Peggy Arimlin, Peter Simon, Felicia Paris, Phyllis Bedford 2 times, Pino Bully Pongsanen, Prudis Wafo 3 times, Punam Malik, Mark Peroski 2 times, Rajan Lawani, Rajneesh Singh, Robin Pickney, Rebecca Hodges, Rex Thomas 3 times, Rhonda Perry, Ricardo Calderon, Rich DeGori, Rich Horvitz, Rick Yellick, Rena Russ, Ritu Desai 2 times, Robin Ryberg, Robin Gaeta, Rocky Roach, Roxanne Fala, Rolf Kratz, Ronald Perry, Rania Aboghaman, Rotakwi, Roxanne Southern 3 times, and Ryan Fay. Thank you.
My man Saad Jamil, Sabrina Sanchez, Sarah Javad, Salim Abdi 2 times, Sam Hardman, Samar, there you go, Samar Qureshi, Sarah Bit Singh 3 times, Sarah Mormon, way to go.
Woo! I woo-wooted. That's a woo-woo, people. Yeah.
Sarah Taylor, Sarndeep Sarkaria. My man Scotty Koval, Seabell Ball 2 times, Sebastian Angulu.
Sergio Garcia, not the golfer.
Sergio Herrera,
If
Shamika
anybody,
Graves.
I just realized one day, anybody that doesn't know golf has no clue what I'm saying.
No, probably
No.
not. They just
Just
think
go
it's
with
a
me.
bit we do now.
Yeah, it is.
Shamika Graves, Sharon Hogan, Sheena Harvey, Sheila Zelke, Shelly Snyder 2 times, Sherry Covert Brown, Shirley Camilio 2 times, Selvina Rosero, Sloan Veason, Shazana Conway, Sonia Frazier, Sridvas Jujuru, Stacy Fuderer, Sterling Ramal, and Steve Tangwa.
Stephen Benitez 2 times, Sanita Rana 2 times, Sarinda Karan, Susan McKinney, Swatha Yala, Sybil Buckwalter, Saeed Abbas 2 times, Tabia Campbell, Tahir Nazar, Tammy Irby 2 times, Tanvir Zavar, Tara Lowe 2 times, Tavon Hill, Tamika Smith, Terry Jones, Thaddeus Underwood 3 times, Teresa Wynn, Thomas Bennett, Tiffany Marcus Day, Todd Kolash, Tom Earhart, Tom Griffith, Tonga Turner 2 times, Tracy Romero, Travis Pugh, Troy Spinagle 3 times, Venkat Guram 2 times, Vicky B 4 times, Viktor Kutsevich, Waleed Mufti, and I'm going to finish this up with Walter Rodriguez, Wendy Dean, Jonas Asray, Yukan Gao, Zach Greger 4 times,
There you go, Zach.
and Zudi Tulu. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate each and every one.
Thank you all for hanging with us. I know we go a little longer in these super sales meetings, but we have great insight, great guests, and thank you to our top performers.
And
Lisa,
we love seeing you. Thank you so much for
Arabella,
coming
and
out.
Samar
Yeah.
for coming out to share some of their wisdom with us, and thank you all for sharing this. Alexandria next month will be our
Yes.
super sales meeting. Look for weekly updates and the weekend update and more stuff coming. Thank you all for your continued support of Samson Properties and Cardinal Title Group, and we're going to keep working hard to create a better company for you guys every week. So thank
Every
you for all
single
your
day.
support.
Thank you so much again for tuning in and coming out. We'll see you next
See you
time.
at HQDU next week. All right, are we off?
Every single day. Thank you so much again for tuning in and coming out. We'll see you next time.
HQDU next week. All right, are we off?